Is it public? I have to press go live. Hi, welcome to the live stream. We have a guest today
Hola,
to make
hola.
this boring live stream less boring. He's Organic Foxes. Do you want to say hi?
Hello, peoples. Welcome to this amazing stream. It's
The
currently
amazing,
6 in the morning for me.
yeah, 6 in the morning for him. For me, it's 3 in the morning. So we're doing a glorious old-fashioned 3 in the morning live stream so you get scared. So you can get, I don't know.
We have awful sleep schedules.
Oh yeah, no, they're perfect. Everyone else just has bad
I have
sleep
not seen
schedules.
the sun in multiple days.
Yeah, we've both been staying up all night and sleeping during the day. So that's good. So far 0 humans are here, so we're doing good.
Awesome.
Let's see. I'm going to be editing a video today to bore you guys. And he's going to try to entertain you.
Mhm.
Is that how that works? No? I don't know. Oh yeah, did the sugarcane farm start working?
Yeah, it's still kind of slow though.
Wonder why. Wait, what's this? Editing video is hard when you don't know what you're doing. Oh, you sent me a video.
Oh, yeah, that's the that's the Dell Optiplex I was talking about.
Okay, so that is a... Oh, a screenshot of a video? No, no, you have to click... Oh, I click on it. I don't know how to click on it. That's allowed. That is a big speaker in it.
It was also a blown speaker. Somehow that wired up directly to the motherboard.
It had a bad day. Oh, hello there, Lichten Smith. How's your day going? Welcome to the Two Humans Talking live stream, where I try editing a video while he plays Minecraft.
Welcome. You must be on the other side of the world or have awful sleep schedule as well.
We're good at that. We're professionals at sleeping at wrong times of the day. Hello, Nightbot. You're a robot. Is this... Okay, the video is working, so I can grab what I just downloaded, which is where? Here.
Oh my god, the baby pigs in Minecraft are so adorable. Holy. Look
And
at
then
them!
they're very fast as well.
Are they?
Hello, Lichten Smith. Oh, I already said that. Let's see, you are Australian. Nice.
He's literally on the other side of the world.
Hello there, fellow Australianaire. Australianaire. Why is the audio not working? Oh, I know why. I unplugged the hard drives and plugged it back in. So I need to do HD7850 video. Just save the project and reopen and delete it. How do you like it down there in Australia?
Oh gosh, Australia got summer right now.
I feel like Australia has a bad reputation for having big bugs, but like everywhere has bugs. Almost everywhere has bugs.
Really? In Washington, they just had like slugs.
Yeah, but like you have bees and stuff like that, spiders.
The
But
West
if you
Coast is like way less bugs.
go to like Northwest Territories, all you have is mosquitoes. But if you go to Antarctica, if I'm not mistaken, all they have is just like little itty bitty like tiny things that don't really... You don't have... I don't know how to explain it. They're kind of just not a thing, but they are. That was the worst
Parasites,
explanation.
something like that.
Like little germs, but not germs. I don't know.
I don't
Hey
remember
Vic.
seeing one. I don't remember any mosquitoes on the West Coast ever.
Here's the fun one. If you go to Alaska or anywhere north where permafrost is, in the summer you will be swarmed by millions of mosquitoes. I don't know why, but up north has a big mosquito problem.
Like how north are we talking?
Let me find a video for you.
The north part I was in had none. 0. What?
Bum ba bum dum. Let me see. Copy link address. Is this the video? I'm pretty sure this is the video. Let's find out. How's your day going, Smith? Let's see.
Summertime, it forms all these pools and
Alright, I got the video. Let's send it to you. I don't know if this is every day, but yeah. There. Today I'm going to be benchmarking the AMD Radeon
And I definitely
HD.
don't want to live in Alaska.
Hey there, or maybe not. There. Today I'm going to be benchmarking the AMD Radeon HD 7850. This graphics card has a whopping 1GB of GDDR5 VRAM. According to Tech PowerUp, it has GDDR5 VRAM. GDDR5 VRAM. Alright, I can do a little chopper later. Editing videos hard.
By the way, your PC volume is going through your mic, so I don't know if that's gonna like make double the noise or something in the stream.
Stream is audio horrible. No one's here. Well, no one's here, so we don't have to worry about it.
That's true.
I can ask all I want, but nobody hears it. VRAM. According to Tech PowerUp, it has. Let's see. I need to zoomulate in. See the 1GB, or 2GB. I mean. Oh wait, now I want to use the pan and zoom. My goal for this is to make the video as unedited as possible, but to make it at least a little bit interesting. I don't know if that's going to work or not. So the lazy man edit has 2GB of VRAM,
Lazy
but
man coolant flush and the lazy man edit.
and then you're doing the lazy man coolant flush.
Yes.
VRAM, but according to GPU, zoom out.
I'll be right back.
All right. But according to
Yeah,
GPU,
that's right.
so where is GPU-G? GPU-Z and Task Manager and MSI Afterburner has 1GB. How do I zoom in? I can do that. According to GPU-Z and Task Manager and MSI Afterburner has 1GB. So I'm not sure what's up with that. This graphics card was. I'm not sure what's up. So I'm not sure what. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay. This graphics card was released. So I need to get the end of this video. Right there. This graphics card was released in March of 2012. It had a launch price of around $250. So the CPU I'm pairing this with is a rather decent one. It is the $50. So the CPU. Let's get rid of the word so. Yeah, it made it sound confusing because it confused me. The $50. The CPU I'm pairing this with is a. Okay, delete. The CPU I'm pairing this with is a rather decent one. It is the Intel Xeon E3 1230. It's a lower-end 4-core 8-thread CPU. I'm also pairing it with either 16 or 24 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. I was using 16 gigabytes, but later on I found that wasn't enough, so I upgraded it to 24 gigabytes. Today I'm going to be Let's see, 4 gigabytes. Today I'm going to be benchmarking it in 12 games, so without further ado, let's jump right in. Alright. Now it's time to find some glorious music. Are you there? Nope. Okay, let's see. So, for music, what shall we go with? Perfect. The benchmarks. The benchmarks. Okay, let's see. Boom. Oh, I know what I need. Let me get that. I forgot. I'm supposed to be taking these vitamin things. They're multivitamins. Alright. Oh, welcome back. I just left and came back as well. We are almost got the intro of the video done.
You know, I just thought of a great idea.
What is it?
Jatco should add a launch gear that like launches from the gear but still goes to like a normal, what's it called? Like CBT type mode, not simulated shifts.
Let me just say, if you're wondering what a Jatco is, that is a transmission on a car. Basically, the engine that makes puttering rim noises, that thing goes to a thing called a transmission that makes the wheels spin. I'm just saying that if you don't know what it is, because I know a lot of my viewers don't know anything about cars.
Yeah,
Most of them
talk
don't
about
drive.
transmission.
But then again, nobody's here. So, does that really matter?
I might be watching this later in the background of like them playing Minecraft.
But if they have a gear, what would it be? More smooth?
Well, you have smoother launch from stop. You would also have, you'd also make it so that the cones can be closer together, which means it can shift faster.
So it would be maybe better for gas mileage.
Would be.
Huh.
Better gas mileage, less wear on the car, it'd feel better. The transmission can actually be a little smaller since the cones are smaller.
I wonder, that's what you should do. You should become a CVT technician. Or not technician, what is it called? Engineer. For companies like Jatco.
That'd be really cool.
You probably could do it.
I think I'd have to do it with an American company, right? If you think about it. Because I'm in America.
GATCO.
Jatco is a Japanese company owned by Nissan.
No, not all white. It's 75% from Nissan and 15% from Mitsubishi and 10% from Suzuki. Suzuki? I didn't know they were in business. Okay.
Oh yeah, they make like mopeds and little cars and things like that in other countries.
2024 SUZ UKI. They make a motorcycle.
Yeah, they make a bunch of motorcycles in other countries.
Yeah. What in the world is that? I like it. Suzuki Swift Cross. That is the weirdest looking perfect thing I've ever seen.
No way, they have it.
Like, that looks like a nice small little car to drive around town.
I'm in cold air stream on them. The YouTubes. Wonder if it'll just
Um,
be up there.
check out. I don't know if you see my screen, but what in the world? Suzuki Swift. That is the weirdest looking sedan.
They have a sedan of the Swift now? Bro, let me go in your stream. Wait, what account is it on?
Locked out too? Wait, I hope it is. Yep. I went
Oh,
live
live.
on the wrong channel at some points in time.
Whoa, that's a weird looking sedan. There's no way that's real.
It might be. I don't
On
know.
DeviantArt, I think that's just an art piece.
Uh,
It looks AI generated. Yeah, that's the actual Swift.
so that looks like something you'd find normally, but you know, I kind of like the sedan better. It looks more interesting.
Looks like a Fortnite car. Car from Fortnite.
I don't know. Oh yeah, no, the ones on Fortnite do look quite weird, don't they?
The sedan Swift. Look like
And then
Fortnite car.
there's the truck that doesn't have round tires. Its tires are like, I don't even know, hexagons.
Donuts.
I didn't. So all right. So I'll make this audio 5%. Okay. So what games did I start with for the benchmarks? I have Apex Legends, BattleBit Remastered, BeamNG Drive, BioShock Infinite, Call of Duty Warzone 2.0, CSGO 2, Cyberpunk 2077, Dying Light 1, Fall Guys, Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft Bedrock Edition, Minecraft Java Edition, Portal, and Rocket League.
Let's definitely do CSGO first, since a lot of people like that as a baseline.
Alright.
And then next, we'll go to just something extreme. We'll go straight to Cyberpunk.
I was about to say, should we go do Cyberpunk?
Exact. Something a little mediocre, everyone's familiar with, and then straight up Cyberpunk.
By the way, the Cyberpunk results are glorious. It's a 1 gigabyte graphics card. It has 1 gigabyte of VRAM.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
It actually wasn't as bad as I expected. I mean, it wasn't by any means good, but it far exceeded my expectations. I was expecting, well, okay, what are your expectations for a 1 gigabyte graphics card in Cyberpunk at 720p low with FSR?
How old is this card? Wait, what card is it?
AMD Radeon HD 7850, released in 2012.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 5 FPS.
No, it was almost getting 30 in spots.
What?
It was like 23 on average.
Oh, you know, Cyberpunk has updated a lot since the last time I played it on garbage hardware. So,
The thing is, it's extremely intensive, CPU intensive. I was actually getting a CPU bottleneck at times, which is rather weird, being that it's a 1 gigabyte graphics card paired with a 4-core 8-thread CPU. And the CPU is actually being maxed out at times. It's kind of...
Oh, what now?
It's kind of absurd. I don't know. What were you saying?
I have to read you this Facebook listing of this Nissan Murano. It says, yes, we have a clean title. Yes, we have it in hand. Yes, it runs. Yes, it needs a little work. Yes, the price is right. Yes, you can take it home. Yes, you can bring it to your mechanic. Yes, you should be on your way.
And yes, it drive.
It doesn't.
Oh,
Yes, it runs. It says.
Oh.
2007 Nissan Rondo. Interesting.
Alright. 68 frames per second. Alright. I'm going to record a clip real quick for the video. Sound good?
Yep.
Let's see. Wait, what settings did I play the game at? It was... okay. So the first game I'm testing is CSGO 2, or Counter-Strike Global Offense 2, or CSGO, or I don't know. The new version. I was playing at 1080p on the low settings, and I was using FSR quality. And, being a 1GB graphics card, I thought, oh, this 4-core 8-thread Xeon will be plenty to max out this... Nope. Nope, not even close. It was mostly a CPU bottleneck the entire time, but the game was getting 68 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 29, so not great, far from it. It might get a little bit better with a faster CPU, but I don't really think it's realistic to have really a much faster CPU than this in the first place hooked up to this graphics card. I must say, though, I'm actually rather impressed, or unimpressed, in how CPU intensive the new CSGO is. Didn't it used to be really easy to run on that sentence is just rambling on. I know where I could just cut the video.
I didn't even know there was a new CSGO.
Yeah, there is. It's CSGO 2. Let's see. Look, I have a new Discord that I created in 21, but I don't have the old something on it, which was photo perms. What? Oh, the old roles. Let's take a look at it. Why do I scare myself when I take pictures? I look scary. I don't know how to... wait. Where... Smith, can you do, let's say, @lock.2 or something so I can find you, please? I don't know. I'm not sure how to find it. Or do... so, basically, consider me a, not very good when it comes to figuring things out on Discord. I'll try my best to fix it, or put those roles on, but I don't know how to even find you. What do I have? Oh, wait. Oh, there you go. Perfect. So I have to do, what is it? Add? I think you're supposed to be that. Is it one of those moderator things? What else is there? How do I... oh, here you go. Photo permissions. There you go. Is that what you wanted? Done. Perfect. We're professionals here. So the
You
first
won't believe
game...
what I just found.
what was that?
You won't believe what I just found.
What was that?
You won't believe what I just found.
You found a cockroach trying to walk upside down.
Wrong. I found a 2002 Nissan Altima manual for only $1,500, and it says everything works in it, and it only has 96,000 miles.
I don't believe the seller.
It says it on the dash. There's a bunch of pictures too, and it looks really good. How is it this cheap?
If you ever go and look at it, take your OBD2 meter with you and plug it in and see what it says. Oh wait, yours only works for Mitsubishi, doesn't it?
You know what's concerning about low mileage old cars that say they're a daily driver is that they were probably run short distances for
most
maybe
of it.
not even fully warmed
So
up.
the
And here's
first
the thing. A lot of people don't change the oil based off of time. They only do miles. You're supposed to do it every 6 months, even if you don't even use the car, because it just degrades over time. So that's like really bad if you change it. Like some people will go literally over a year without changing their oil just because they haven't gone over the amount of miles. And it's really bad for the car. That'll start making it burn oil.
I've seen, who was it? It was somebody, I forgot who it was. But they're a mechanic, and somebody came in, and it was a 7-year-old car, it had like 40,000 miles, and it was the original oil, and it came out like, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, not good. I'm surprised there was still oil in it. Like 40,000 miles in like 10 years.
You can really, like, that's how, burning oil starts, is if you only change based off the miles and not the time as well.
Oh, that was over on the time and the miles.
Oof.
I don't think they recommend changing the oil every 10 years or every 40,000 miles.
Like, I don't know why people just need to change it every 5,000
That makes it
miles
simple.
and 6 months. Like, that's it. Like,
So the
no
first
ifs or
game-
buts.
Game I'm testing is CSGO 2 or Counter-Strike Global Offense 2 or CSGO or I don't know, the new version. I was playing at 1080p on the low settings and I was using FSR quality. And being a 1GB graphics card, I thought, oh, this 4-core 8-thread Xeon will be plenty to max out this. Nope, not even close. It was mostly a CPU bottleneck the entire time, but the game was getting 68 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 29, so not great, far from it. It might get a little bit better with a faster CPU, but... Okay. What's the most miles you've seen a car go between oil changes?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. People don't really talk to me about their miles, but I'm assuming 10,000 miles, since a lot of people do that, which is kind of stupid.
One good thing about electric cars is you don't have to worry about it, which is pretty neat. I don't think there's really any maintenance.
You kind of do.
You do?
Yeah, you have to worry about it a lot, actually. Temperatures will degrade your battery an insane amount. That's a really big problem with the Nissan Leaf, and why I would never buy that car is it doesn't have a battery.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a battery like cooling system or heating system. It'll just overheat, or it'll just get way too cold, and it just degrades the battery insanely fast.
I forgot about that. And with fast charging, it helps it even more to degrade.
Yeah.
Was it the same thing with the Bolt, or is that just a Leaf thing?
The Bolt has I know it has some type of system for managing cooling, but the Leaf has none at all.
Huh. So it will just sit there and overheat. That sounds fun.
I also just found a Geo Metro with it's a 4-door sedan, and it's 4 cylinders and has 250,000 miles.
4 cylinders, so it has an upgraded engine.
Yep. Actually, I think these sedan ones, not the 4-door like hatches, just the sedans, I think they all had 4 cylinders, 1.3 liter.
So the sedan's hot rod then.
I guess so.
How many horsepower is it? What, 60?
I think it was like 70.
Okay, and the 3-cylinder was, what, 58 or something?
Yeah, it was like 50 something.
So it's a hot rod.
I actually saw a whole family when I lived in Washington driving one of these around. They had a bunch of stuff in the car. I mean, the whole thing was like super weighted down, and they were just driving it around. I'd see them now
Probably
and
be
then.
fine.
Like, they used it
Not
as a
that-
family car.
Well, let's see. Geo Metro.
I love
Not
I
that
love
heavy.
this. Oh, what?
1,900 pounds. 1,800, depending on the year.
I love to see families driving around like older, smaller cars, or just like cheap cars. Like, I feel like a lot of families overdo their cars. Like, you don't need some big SUV or anything like that.
So, the hatchback, it gets 44 city, 49 highway, and the sedan gets 39 city and 43 highway. So, it probably does have the upgraded engine in all the sedans, being that you lose like 6 miles per gallon.
Hmm. Still really good though. I would love to have
55
one of those little cars.
55 to 70 horsepower. Yeah, it's perfect to do some
So
burnouts in the snow.
I'm guessing the 3-cylinder has the 55 and the
Other
4-cylinder is
horse-
70. That's a
Probably.
pretty good amount of. I mean, 70 is not that bad. Mirage has 78.
What I don't understand is it's 1.3 liters and 4 cylinders, so it has more liters and one more cylinder than, let's say, the Mitsubishi Mirage, but it has 8 less horsepower. I don't understand how engines work fully.
Oh, this one's also carbureted
Oh,
and is only a single cam
I don't know
and
what that is.
yeah, has a lot less tech on it.
Um,
And also doesn't have variable valve timing. There's a lot of stuff missing.
so it's basically less fancy and more mechanical and slightly slower.
Mhm.
Okay, very much. It might get a little bit better
I'd
with
be
a faster
perfectly
CPU.
content with the Geo Metro as a
Ooh,
daily
but
car.
I don't really think it's realistic to have really a much faster CPU than this in the first place hooked up to this graphics card. I must say, though, graphics card. Let me see, I'm just gonna... Wait, let's see. So have you played CSGO before?
A few years ago, like maybe 2020.
So I got 12 kills and died 65 times. Is that pretty good?
I think you're on your way to becoming #1.
The
Yeah.
number one person got 93 kills and died 32 times.
Oh yeah, you're definitely first place.
In deaths. Nobody else got as many deaths as I did.
I'm gonna try to look for the highest mileage car on Facebook.
My guess is 312,000.
Okay, let's go. Sort by
I'm going to record real quick.
mileage highest first. Okay, ready?
Yep, I'm going to record.
Okay, bye.
So in the new CSGO, people seem to be absolute professionals. I died 65 times and got 12 kills. The first place person got 93 kills and died only like 32 times. Yes, I'm complaining because people are better than me. Or maybe not. I don't know. No, that didn't work. That wasn't a very good video recording. That's fine. I'm not complaining that they're better. They're just good at like reacting, and they've been playing the game a long time.
I found a 2007 Ford Taurus with 240,000 miles.
Oh, it's not that many.
It's the highest one I've seen so far.
So
Actually,
in
the
the
Geo
new
Metro had more.
CSGO, people seem to be absolute professionals. I died 65 times and got 12 kills. The first place person got 93 kills and died only like 32 times. Yes, I'm there.
Okay, I
Um,
found the new highest mileage.
What is it?
280,000 miles on this 1996 Acura Integra.
Akron, is that a sedan?
It's a sports two-door Honda.
Okay. 286,000?
Yes.
That's getting up there in miles.
It says it needs a new engine. The engine is destroyed.
Nothing a roll of duct tape can't fix. And some super glue. This person got 93 kills and died only like 32 times. Alright. So the next game is Cyberpunk 2077. It's at 1080p on the lowest settings on Ultra Performance FSR.
Why do some people just not clean out the cars before they post it on?
Lazy.
Like, there's just nasty stuff all over the floor in this Mirage. Why would you not clean that out? This Mirage has 160,000 miles. It's
Getting up
weird
there.
seeing a Mirage, like, with over 100,000 miles, like, on the dash. It's so weird to look at.
Well, there's also some that have, what is it, 600,000 kilometers or something. And that's on the dash. It's a lot.
How much is 600,000 kilometers?
Like 300,000, 350,000 miles.
Okay. Kilometers to 372,000.
That's a lot of miles.
There is a 400,000 mile Mirage with the original CVT. Which is cool, too.
Manual.
I meant
Manual.
the pink one, the infamous.
Okay. I'm going to do another recording real quick. One moment. Let's see. Start recording. Cyberpunk. No. The next game is Cyberpunk 2077, and I tried 1080p, it didn't go well, so this is 720p on the absolute lowest settings, not the low preset. I manually set everything to the lowest because the low preset isn't actually the lowest settings. And it was actually impressive, sort of. So the game often did drop into the low 20s in the frame rate. It dropped to around 23, but the average came out to 34 frames per second with a 1% low of 6 frames per second. And this is 720p, lowest settings with ultra performance FSR. So it's like 360p basically. So is it playable? Not really, but I guess it kind of is okay-ish, question mark. Yeah. Pretty impressive for a 1GB graphics card. There we go, glorious. I forgot it was 34 frames per second. I'm not recording. 34 frames. Huh? How many frames per second did I tell you it got?
Like 30.
It got 34. The next game. Oh, that's allowed. Volume 10%. This game is Cyberpunk 2077, and I tried 1080p, it didn't go well, so this is 720p on the absolute lowest. Oh, I've messed up the video editing. I want to go to Bombay Beach.
I did
Have you been
too.
there? Have you been there?
I haven't, but I really want to go.
We both want to go.
I just want to go to Palm Springs. You've been there a million times, but
1080p, low FSR quality. Palm Springs, I've been through it. I don't know much about it. It's apparently a pretty nice town, I've heard. I haven't really been out and walked around Palm Springs or anything. I just drove through it. The only notable things I've done in Palm Springs was I came from Anza, California, and I was going up the mountain, and I came down the mountain, and it came onto this big road. It's like 3 lanes wide, extremely straight, and it was downhill for miles. On the downhill, I didn't have to give it any throttle. The car was going like 40 miles an hour. I'm sure I was being passed by everyone, but the car went from like 44 miles per gallon on the dash to something like 53.
yeah.
It was like 7 miles of straight downhill. I think it was 7 miles. Wait, let's find out. Google Maps. Palm Springs. No, it definitely wasn't 7 miles. It's only a couple of miles. It's this stretch of road right here, the 74, which is also actually part of the Ortega Highway. Directions from here to a destination.
Meow.
I'm doing this absolutely horribly. Add destination. Heh. What did I do? Okay, 5.8 miles of downhill driving, basically. No.
Oh.
No, that's not it. 3.6 miles. My bad.
Wait, let me see. Where is this at? Next to Rancho Moran. Okay, I know where this is.
And let me just show you with the Google Map later.
So you went all across the mountain?
Yeah, I came over the mountain range. It goes up to like 7,000 feet or 6,000.
I want to go up on that mountain one day.
What does that say? Sharp curves, steep edges. Oh, wait, where did it go? Tractor semis over 30 feet is not advised. So, yeah, it's a very steep grade. There are tractor trailers, a lot of them on this road. And, yeah, 44 miles. So, that would be from... Really 44? That doesn't seem right. No, that's only like maybe 7 or 8 miles of sharp turns. Because okay, so 44 miles would be like from Aguanga to Palm Springs, and that's not really... Oh, wait. Oh, that's what they mean. So they aren't going... Okay, so they say sharp turns the next 44 miles. They're probably just talking about strictly on the 74, even though the 74 meets the 371. Yeah, if you take the 74, you'd go from like Hemet, California to Palm Springs, all on it, and that's very sharp turns. I mean, look at that. This looks like a weird looking worm. Yeah.
Isn't that going down the mountain?
Like Mountain Center?
I don't know what the mountain's called, but I'm assuming that road would be going down.
The 74?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going from Palm Springs to Hemet, you go up the mountain drastically to around Pinyon Pines, and then you're around, give or take, 4,000 feet in elevation. Then you go to Thomas Pass, the mountain center. You go up to around 6,000 feet. And then from Mountain Center to Vala Vista / Hemet, you go down to around 1,500 feet. So, in like 8 miles, you go from 6,000 feet elevation to around 1,500. So, it's pretty drastic elevation loss, or gain, or both. It's pretty testing neat. Is the absolute is using FSR quality. Might get the game was bottlenecked the entire time, but the game was getting 68 frames per second on average with a 1%. I mean, the first play. Okay, so that's CS:GO as well. So let's do that, and then I can do 720p. So 720p. Very low. FSR. For ultra performance 7, and I tried. The first place person got 93 kills and died only like 32 times. The next game is Cyberpunk 2077, and I tried 1080p, it didn't go well, so this is 720p on the absolute lowest settings, not the low preset. I manually set everything to the lowest because the low preset isn't actually the lowest settings. And it was actually impressive, sort of. So the game often did drop into the low 20s in the frame rate. It dropped to around 23, but the average came out to 34 frames per second with a 1% low of 6 frames per second. And this 60p. And this is 720p, lowest settings with ultra performance FSR. So it's like 360p basically. So is it playable? Not really, but I guess it kind of is. FSR. And and this is 720p, lowest settings with ultra performance FSR. So it's like 360p basically. So is it playable? Not really, but I guess playable? Basically. So is it playable? Not really, but I guess it kind of is okay-ish, question mark. Yeah.
Ish, question mark.
Yeah, it's kind of playable-ish, question mark. Yeah, sort of. Eh. I mean, technically you can play it at 20 frames per second, but not really.
I
Mark?
want a burger right now.
Burger?
Yes.
Burger,
Too bad
burger,
we don't have the Mirage. I would just go out and get one.
Oh yeah, his car is being hacked apart right now.
Yep.
I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like.
I'm too. I'm really glad that the place we brought it to specializes in Japanese vehicles. Like my grandma accidentally brought it to a place that does.
Oh, so they probably know what they're doing. Maybe.
Yes.
Hopefully. Mark?
He actually said he
Yeah.
actually I told him it was a
Pretty
Mitsubishi
impressive for
Mirage
a...
outside, like the dude that owns the shop, and he's like, oh, he said he was happy about it because it's a Japanese car and they like specialize in Japanese.
Oh, that's good. So it probably is easier for them to do.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive for
So
a
which
1
means
gigabyte
they should
graphics
do a
card.
good job.
Let's see. Delete. And I said delete, not add. There we go.
Same thing.
What is that?
Same thing, right?
Yeah, delete is the exact same thing as add. I guess the next game will be Apex Legends at 1080p the low settings. Without FSR, because that doesn't exist in that game. For some reason, I feel like it needs to exist.
I wish FSR mods were more common. Like they had on VR chat for a little bit.
Yeah, FSR is quite nice. It's not even on BeamNG Drive.
And it's open source, so you can kind of like put on any game you want.
It'd be neat to it would be neat to have it on BeamNG Drive. This graphics card, it's actually able to play BeamNG Drive rather decently. It's about 32 or 35 frames per second at West Coast USA with shadows enabled on the low settings. So that's not half bad, and if you have FSR, you can probably get like 45 out of it or something.
Someone should make an FSR mod for BeamNG, considering FSR is open source. Surprised FSR mods aren't more common.
AMD's new... Is somebody going to port or do a mod of... Okay. In September of 2023, somebody from the BeamNG Drive team said, I have curiosity on the implement of some of the temporal upscalers and see how they run in our game, but we will need to add proper velocities to all the render objects like trees, grass, or animated shapes, so we'll see.
Proper velocity? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I mean, someone literally just made a mod for VR chat and it just worked.
Huh.
And they don't have you know, source code for VR chat or anything.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll see. They're talking about it. I don't know if they're exactly excited to do it. Yeah.
I mean, they're great devs. I'm pretty sure if enough people requested, they would love to do it.
So 5738. Alright, I'm going to do some more recording. Boom. Apex Legends at 1080p on the low settings was getting 57 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 38. So even the 1% lows weren't in the 30s. Well, no, they were in the 30s, but they weren't in the 20s, which is pretty impressive, especially because, again, this only has 1 gigabyte of VRAM. And Apex Legends isn't really a bad-looking game, especially at low settings. It's not bad. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's low settings. It doesn't look like low settings. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just kind of... my mind's blown up from this, but that's fine. Very impressive. That was not a very good recording, but that's fine. We'll work with it. I'm very impressed.
You don't want to record again?
No, I'm lazy.
Alright.
See, I can, but I'll just go in loops of recording and going, oh, that's not good enough. Oh, that's not good enough. Oh, no, let's make that better. No. I'm lazy. Apex Legends at 1080p on the low settings was getting 57 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 38. So, even loud. Turn the volume down. On the low settings was getting 57 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 38. So, even the 1% lows weren't in the 30s. Well, no, they were in the 30s, but they weren't in the 20s, which is pretty impressive, especially because, again, this only has 1 gigabyte of VRAM. And Apex Legends isn't really a bad-looking game, especially at low settings. It's not bad. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's low settings. It doesn't look like low settings. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just kind of... my mind's blown up from this, but that's fine. Very impressive. From this, explain it, but it doesn't look like low settings. Let me see, I'll skip ahead a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just kind of... my mind's blown up from this, but that's fine. Very impressive. Very impressive. My mind's blowing up. I mean, I can't, like... 1 gigabyte graphics card, and it's getting almost 60 frames per second in a modern, good-looking game.
Must be pretty damn optimized game.
It's Apex Legends.
Don't know if that's good or not.
I recommend trying it out.
I think I did on my PS4 one time.
Alright, BattleBit Remastered, 1080p. So 1080p, potato,
Potato.
100% res. Alright, let's do some more recording. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, it's recording? Yep. BattleBit Remastered is a extremely well-optimized game, and, well, that shows here. Well, actually, it might not be that well-optimized, it's just a really easy game to run because of its graphics. Either way, the game got 167 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 121. And I was playing at 1080p on the potato settings with 100% resolution scale. Also, this was a complete CPU bottleneck, and the graphics card had quite a bit more power to spare. I didn't use the higher presets because they look about the same in terms of visual quality, and, well, let's get the best frame rate possible, because why not? There, good enough. Let's see, boom. Hey, we're getting some video editing done. We got a 3.5 minute video so far. It'll probably turn into an hour video by the end of this. That's fine. How long of a video do you normally watch? Oh yeah, you like skipping through stuff.
Well, it depends. You know what? Some videos I don't skip through at all. Some videos I do. Some videos I just have on in the background.
Interesting. BattleBit Remastered is...
I've been binge watching Car Care Nut, and I just like put his videos on in the background.
Oh, okay, the guy who does Toyota stuff.
Yes, or like people doing DoorDash videos, I'll put it on in the background. They just like talk. My version of podcasts, I guess.
Did you see the Car Care Nut Reviews channel?
He has another channel for review. Oh, he reviewed the Nissan Versa, and he had positive things to say about it.
Nissan Versa, Acura Integra, Jeeps.
He had great things to say about the Nissan Versa. He didn't really know much about the CVT stuff, which is understandable.
Jeep Compass, Honda
Oh, the Jeep
CR-V.
Compass actually uses a Jatco CVT.
In a Jeep?
Yep.
I thought that'd be like a 5-speed automatic or something. That's weird.
Nissan really just sells those to anyone. Like
Huh.
that doesn't matter. It can be American, doesn't matter.
Oh, it's easy to get your hands on them then.
Yeah,
Very
really
impressive.
easy.
Battlefield Remastered is a extremely well optimized game, and well, that shows here. Well, actually, it might not be that well optimized, it's just a really easy game to run because of its graphics. Either way, the game got 167 frames per second on average with a process not be that well optimized, it's just a game, and well, that shows here. Well, yeah, let's just get rid of that. Well, guessing part. Either way, it's a, what am I saying? It's a really good optimized game. Even if it doesn't look the best, it runs amazing here. Either way, the game got 167 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 121. And I was playing at 1080p on the potato settings with 100% resolution scale. Also, this was a complete CPU bottleneck, and the graphics card had quite a bit more power to spare. I didn't use the higher presets because they look about the same in terms of visual quality, and well, let's get the best frame rate possible, because why not? Alright, let's chopolator. Chopolator? Sure, let's do some chopolatering. I need to get up and get tea, but I'm too lazy to. Alright, the next game is BeamNG Drive. I had a really bad time with BeamNG Drive.
Why?
Freeze. What?
Why?
Well, for some reason, I had 16 gigabytes of RAM in the computer, and in West Coast USA, it was using all 16 gigabytes. It was at 98% RAM usage, and the thing is, the menu, let's say I went to open up the menu to look at the settings, it freezes for like 10 minutes at a time, and it works for about, yeah, and it just works a little bit, and then it freezes, and I can go walk away. I made coffee, came back, it was still frozen, went to the bathroom, came back, and it was still frozen, and then finally it went back to normal. I can't work out why it was doing that, so I thought, okay, maybe it's the RAM. So I went over and upgraded it from 16 gigabytes to 24, still had the same problem. So I came to the conclusion it doesn't like 1 gigabyte of VRAM. But the thing is, when I'm not in the menu, the game runs great. Well, not great, but it runs at it walks. The game walks once I'm actually in it and not in a menu. Well, I guess it's more than a walk. It gets mostly 30 plus FPS. What was that?
It jogs.
Yeah, like in between. It's just kind of like, I'll get there. I'm a slightly obese American here, so I'm gonna like get there, you know, a little bit slower, but I'm working on it.
What are you talking about? The obese Americans go like 80 in the 60.
They do actually. On feet though, well actually no, most Americans walk faster than I do. Even the ones that are significantly heavier. Huh. I'm just
The
slow at
mobility
everything.
scooters got upgraded.
Yes, they got turbos on them now.
I feel like that's super mean to say.
It's fine. I think it's probably mean to say too, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. We aren't pointing anybody out.
We're just pointing out the whole country, no problem.
Yeah. The entire country, including Alaska.
I don't know, them Alaskan people feel like
Well, they're
they
probably good.
all lumberjacks.
Alright, let's see. I go. Oh, wait. Okay. Do that. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to start recording again. BeamNG Drive at 1080p on the custom low settings, meaning everything was set to its lowest except the mesh quality and the shadows. So, yeah, the textures were as low as they can go, but at least we have shadows, which makes the game look quite a bit better. The game didn't get 30 plus FPS at all times. It did drop into the 20s, like around the forest area, and in downtown... I don't know what the downtown name is. It's West Coast USA in the big city. It was dropping into the upper 20s, but the average frame rate, it was 39. The 1% low is only 26. That is not bad. Again, this is a 1GB graphics card. I was expecting far worse, but then again, I don't have any actual gaming 1GB graphics cards. This is the first one I've ever got my hands on. I've had stuff similar to a GT 710 before, but that's GT 710, not a gamer. This, it'll just happily play games with 1 gig. I don't know. This is just, yeah, I'm kind of impressed with this. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I have a hard time not rambling.
It's okay.
I have to, like, stop myself from keep talking, otherwise the video is going to be 48 minutes long and nobody's going to watch it. Besides people who do. Oh, by the way, you're right, nobody's running in at 2 in the morning. Hi, nobody, how are you doing? I've been streaming now for 1 hour and have a total of 1 view. BeamNG Drive at 10... Well, it says we have a total of 6 views, but the only person in the comments is Lichten Smith. They haven't said anything in like an hour. 80p on BeamNG Drive at 1080p on the custom low settings, meaning everything was set to its lowest except the mesh quality and the shadows. So, yeah, the textures were as low. Custom low settings. On the custom low settings, meaning everything was set to its lowest except the mesh quality and the shadows. So, yeah, the textures were as low as they can go, but at least we have shadows, which makes the game look quite a bit better. The game didn't get 30 plus FPS at all times. It did drop into the 20s, like around the forest area, and in downtown... I don't know what the downtown... skip all later ahead, more, skip. There. I don't know what the downtown name is. It's West Coast USA in the big city. It was dropping into the upper 20s, but the average frame rate, it was 39. The 1% low is only 26. That is not bad. Again, this is a 1GB graphics card. I was expecting far worse, but then again, I don't have any actual gaming 1GB graphics cards. This is the first one I've ever got my hands on. I've had stuff similar to a GT 710 before. Alright, chop the rest of that off. So I can delete that. Delete it. Delete. Alright, so this is... let's just say 1080p low. Or 1080p custom low. Settings, meaning everything was set... Oh, I forgot to add the average frame rate in. Let's do that. So... 6728. 6728. Hello, Sansis. How's your day going? Hi, Lockdot, and... wait. Hi, Lockdot, it's the Meow Guy. I changed my accounts again. Who's Meow Guy? I don't know. Welcome to the live stream. 27 FPS, 1% low. Are you there, Organic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next game is Cyberpunk 2. So Cyberpunk got 34.5. Apex Legends got
He said he's the guy with the cat profile.
Ha. Interesting. 56. Wait. 35. Wait a moment here. Focus on lighting. .com 5638. Catman Joe? Or were you Catman Joe sounds? No. I don't know. Well, welcome to the live stream one way or another. How's your day going? 167, 117. 167, 117. Really well optimized. And then BeamNG Drive was game. So, like, what was BeamNG Drive? I forgot. Good. How's yours?
You don't know what BeamNG Drive is?
BeamNG Drive is a game where you drive a car around and try to not crash it. Actually, you can try to crash it actively. I guess it's really just up to what you want to do. It's not very popular. Even I think it should be more popular. 39.
I think it's very popular, isn't it? Like, I see it on YouTube Reels. YouTube Reels, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels, and TikTok all the time.
Weird. I never get recommended anything from BeamNG Drive videos.
BeamNG Drives have millions and millions and millions of views.
Ah,
It's a very popular game now.
I'm doing good. Me and Organic have glorious sleep schedules. As you can clearly tell. It's 4 in the morning here. Where he is, it's 7 in the morning. I'm just going to give you a creepily smiley face now. I don't know why I'm giving you a smiley face. It's creepy. Have you heard of Neological?
What is that?
A YouTuber for BeamNG Drive? That's the only person I've ever watched when it comes to BeamNG Drive. Which American mod can fly the furthest? Oh. He's not getting that many views though, only like 20,000 a video. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's really good, but he's been around for a long, long time. But then again, I can't really say 20,000 is not a lot because I have one.
Do you know who YBR is?
Oh yeah, I forgot about.
He's like the first YouTuber that made BeamNG popular.
And he had a problem with monetization a while ago. He hasn't made a video in quite a while. He is so close to 1 million subscribers for a while.
I used to watch him as a kid all the time.
Hey, this is YBR, and welcome back to another BeamNG Drive video.
Yep. And he'd play like Jalopy. I got into that game because of him.
Let's do something fun here. So Blade. YBR. YouTube. So he's made about $400 from YouTube this month. That's not bad.
It's not great.
But then again, he's not made any videos in years. In terms of subscribers, let's see. If I go to show full monthly statistics, and then I can go to lifetime. What's the highest he's been? He's been up to 908,000 subscribers, and now he's at 897,000. So he's lost like 10,000 roughly. But then again, he hasn't made any videos, so I don't know. Interesting. Thinking of streaming. Let's see. What's his? I think he was talking about coming back eventually. He's in college for something.
Really? Wow.
As far as I'm aware. He made a bunch of videos talking about it.
I think I saw
So
a few of them.
what was that?
I saw a few of those videos. At
Okay.
least one of them.
So other Spears Amazing HD. Is that what he's called?
That dude. What about him?
Yeah, he's got a lot of views.
Does he still?
Yeah, like 250,000 per video, roughly.
Still doing
No,
pretty
more
good.
than that. Let's say 500,000. Have you heard of Kurz Guess DT? No, let's search it up. K-U-R. Oh, well, there you go. Apparently, I've searched them up. Is that is that right? Kurz Guess. Let's get rid of the word music on there. Oh, that guy, Kurzgehat. Kurzge. Yes. Kurzgehurt. Kurzesget. Kurzge. Whatever that name is. I don't know how to say it either. Kurzgehat. He has 21.5 million subscribers, so it must be an easy word to say. Google translates.
Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. Kurzgesagt in a nutshell.
Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt.
Kurzgesagt in a
God.
nutshell. Kurzgesagt in a nutshell.
Kurzgesagt. Why is it so hard to say? Well, you have such a big channel and you can't even pronounce the name of it. But hey, that's alright. It doesn't seem to matter. It's a very good channel. If some people here who don't know what it is, go check it out. It's highly worth checking that channel out. It's really good. In my mind, it's one of the best channels on YouTube in terms of quality. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's going above like what they need to do is an underestimation. See, there's doing the bare minimum, then there's doing enough to be like you're going a little bit more than you need to, which is good. Then there's you're going overboard, and then there's absolutely going nuts. And overboard is just an underestimation, and yeah, that's what Kurzgehat is.
Our
Yeah.
real enemy is time.
Your tattoos are inside.
What was that?
Must keep falling in ravines and stuff.
Oh, in Minecraft?
Yeah.
Are you still alive?
Yup.
Ooh.
Cave is very challenging. Oop, and there's creepy cave noises. Got it.
Alright, I'm going to start recording again very shortly. Let me see. What was the frame rate? 13. Okay. Start recording. The next game on the list is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. No. What was it again? The next game on the list is Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. I was playing at 1080p on the minimum settings with FSR set to Ultra Performance, or the most performance FSR mode, whatever that is. Either way, the game, first of all, was giving me a warning saying the graphics card has a low amount of VRAM. Then it gave me another warning saying the graphics card drivers are old and I need to update them, even though this is the most up-to-date graphics card driver. Either way, the game got a horrible frame rate. When I was in the game, I was getting a whopping, wait for it, 13 frames per second on average, with a 1% low of 11. Yes, 13. Yes, if I went over and lowered the resolution, the frame rate went slightly up, but it didn't really improve even at 720p. It's just horrible all the way around. It probably is because of the 1GB of VRAM. The game was saying it needed something like 3GB of VRAM, and I only have 1GB, so that's fine. Yeah. Oh, are you surprised how bad Call of Duty ran, or no?
What did it run like?
What?
What did it run like?
1080p minimum settings, FSR set to performance, it got 13 frames per second.
I'm not surprised. Somehow
It ran-
Cyberpunk got better.
Yeah, Cyberpunk got significantly better.
That's
The next
funny.
game on
Must
the
not be
list is
optimized for that GPU.
Call of Duty Warzone, the first one I've ever got my hands on. The game on the list is Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. I was playing at 10. That's a good bit of gigabytes. Well, no. When it comes to a graphics card, there is something called VRAM. And 1 GB in 2023 is very, very small. Even 6 GB anymore is actually considered as a very small amount.
Really?
I have a Intel Arc A380. It is a more basic graphics card. It has 6 GB of VRAM, and that's considered actually a rather small amount of VRAM. For context, I also have a NVIDIA RTX 3060. It is a mid-range graphics card. It's like a Lexus. Okay, I don't know if you know car terms. It's like a Lexus. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's in between. And it's got 12 GB of VRAM, or 16?
Damn. That's a lot.
Wait, I think it's 12 GB. But then
That's
you
a
can go
lot.
up into the things like the RTX 4090, which is like a 1,000 horsepower supercar Tesla doing donuts while jacked up on caffeine, and that has like 24 GB of VRAM. Really,
My RTX laptop has 4 gigabytes. Is that like not a lot?
it's on the low end, but then again, yours is a very base model one. I mean, it's not a lot for sure. That's one thing for sure. I'd expect it to have a little bit more, but it's enough.
I mean, it plays VR and stuff just fine.
If it runs good for you, that's absolutely good. Oh, by the way, yes, the RTX 4090 has 24 GB of GDDR6. That's a lot. But if you only need 4 GB, that's not bad at all. Some games will use a lot more VRAM than that, but a lot of cases, 4 is enough. The next, like in BeamNG Drive, 1's enough. Well, that's debatable, but it kind of is enough. The game on the list is Call of Duty War. Let's start this off by having the video zoomed in. Warzone 2.0. I was playing at 1080p on the minimum settings. Alright. Let's see, Sans says, I play on Xbox, so I have no idea what VRAM is, but it sounds easy to learn. Well, for someone like me who's been around computers a long time, I can't explain it too well, but I also don't really try learning what each component of a computer does in extreme detail. I just know what's needed and what they do roughly. And VRAM is one of those things where I know it's important, but I don't know how to explain what it does. I guess how I can explain it is, do you know how you can, let's say, use your phone and you take a picture, you got yourself some RAM, it takes up some storage, alright? If you take a picture of something, it uses, let's say, a couple megabytes. Well, in a game, you have to load all the textures, so the landscape, basically everything you can see, the landscape, the players.
It's where all your graphics are stored in the moment.
Yeah.
Like everything you see on screen has to be stored in a super fast memory, so that, you know, obviously the game can be fast, but then it loads it from your slower drive that, you know, just like holds the game, which is your normal hard drive.
But if you don't have a lot of VRAM, like in this case we have 1 gigabyte, it will be using your RAM as VRAM. And
Which is much slower.
Yeah, RAM is slower, but the thing is, if you don't have a lot of RAM, it will be using your hard drive instead, which is it'll be using your SSD instead, which is even slower. But let's say you have a hard drive that spins. If you have a hard
Xbox
drive
actually
that-
has shared memory, so it uses the RAM as VRAM.
the RAM. So you wait. So, oh, I thought that was only a UHD thing, or like a integrated graphics.
Yeah, Xbox consoles have integrated graphics.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that actually. Ah. Well, there you go. You learn new things every day. Is that what your Apple M300 has?
Yes.
Yeah, let's see. So that one's actually really impressive. You were playing Minecraft at 4K and it was getting, what was it, 100 frames per second?
On what?
The M300 in Minecraft Bedrock.
Oh, the M3? It was like...
The Apple laptop with Intel M300 or something.
It wasn't 300, it was just Intel M, and the graphics were like 617 or something like that. I don't know, but it was getting like 40 to 60 FPS at 1440.
60 FPS?
40 to 60.
Okay, so a little bit worse, but still, that's really good. Then it gave me with FSR set to ultra performance, or the Call of Duty are playing at 1080p on the minimum settings with FSR set to ultra performance, or the most game on the list. The next game on the list is our Duty Wars. The next game on the list is Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. I was playing at 1080p on the minimum settings with FSR set to ultra performance, or the most performance FSR mode, whatever that is. Either way, the game, first of all, was giving me a warning saying the graphics card has a low amount of VRAM. Then it gave me another warning saying the graphics card drivers are old and I need to update them, even though this is the most up-to-date graphics card driver. Okay, now I can do some chopulating. Like so. I can do some more chopulating like so. Why am I calling it chopulating? Who knows? Right, the game got horrible for graphics card driver. Either way, the game got horrible frame rate. When I was in the game, I was getting a whopping, wait for it, 13 frames per second on average, with a 1% low of 11. Yes, 13. Yes, if I went over and lowered the resolution, the frame rate went slightly up, but it didn't really improve even at 720p. It's just horrible all the way around. It probably is because of the 1 gigabyte of VRAM. The game was saying it needed something like 3 gigabytes of VRAM, and I only have 1 gigabyte, so that's fine. Yeah. Perfect. Call of Duty is incredibly intensive. Let me see. So I need to get the next game called CSGO out, but let's just grab 1080p low. 1080p low FSRP. The game. Alright. Then I can grab that and do that and 1310. 1310. What's the next game? I feel like I've already done this one. It's CSGO. I've already done CSGO. You know, what I'm going to do is go get something to drink real quick. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'll be back in a moment. Why do I look so scary in that picture? I don't know. Okay. One moment. see. Almost back. I'm just curious. All right.
You gotta see my screen right now.
What was that?
You just have to look at my screen right now.
Oh, alright. Oh, I can't see your screen.
I couldn't find my house. Like I mined super far away in a big cave system, and I mined up, and I couldn't find my house. I
It's
just went on.
120 It's 125, 800.
Anyways, I couldn't find my house, so I went on top of this massive mountain, and I turned my render distance to 96, and I see my house over there.
Perfect.
Wait, let's zoom in here. It's kind of funny. Where's FOV? Let's turn this all the way
The
down.
view.
Look at that.
I spy with my little eyeball a house
My house is
approximately
right there.
1,000 blocks away.
This is so cool. You can see there's jungle forest over there.
If it wasn't raining, it'd be even neater.
I know.
Block
Look,
is
there's
gone.
winter
I'm back.
biome.
That's neat.
Some pink trees over there. Anyways, we're about to go to the house over there.
Oh, there you go. You should do that with RTX enabled.
Oh,
Goodbye
gosh.
frame rate. Insert 5 frames per second. Right now
Yep.
I'm using the Intel Pentium Gold G7400. It's a dual core CPU, and that's what I'm using for the live stream. It's actually doing a really good job. The next game's Dying Light 1. What settings did I use? 1080p low. Okay. Copulate. Sure, that's a word now. I need what? I need to do that button. By the way, I'm making tea in the microwave. A lot of it, I make it in bulk. So
Oh, you're doing that now? Is it working good?
Yeah, I get 2 very large bowls and I warm them up in the microwave. So one bowl is about as wide as the entire microwave on the inside. So I put a plate on top of the bowl and I put another identical bowl on top of it. And each bowl is the size of 3 of my humongous mugs, which is like 16 ounces. So 16 times 3, whatever that is. Let me see. 16 times 3. So each bowl I have about 50 ounces of water in. So I have 100 ounces of water in total, warming up in a total of 2 bowls in the microwave. So I'm going to do that twice, and that, in theory, should give me an entire pot of tea. The downside is it's hard to fill my cup up without making a mess. That's fine. Yeah. Insert horrible messes incoming. Let's see. Is that a good song? I don't
I
know.
love how the rain just goes away when I go back home.
What was that?
I love how the rain just goes away when I go back to my house.
Oh yeah, you live in the savannah. No rain. $48. $49.34.
This is funny. Half my just the deck on my house is in another biome that rains, but the other part of my house isn't.
Well, if you have a roof leak, just make sure the roof leak is in the savannah part, and then you'll
Yeah.
be good.
It's funny because the part that can rain doesn't have walls on that side of the house.
You don't have walls?
No, I like it open.
So, that's the side that's going to be leaking all the time.
Whoa, is that like... Whoa, there's like some crazy, like, big mountain type thing
Top right
over
of the
there.
On the top right of the screen?
Like, wait, are you looking at my screen?
Yeah.
There's some, it looks like the Farlands, Everlands, what is that thing called? In old Minecraft?
Farlands.
Here, let me lower my... Oh, it went away. It's like oh, there it is.
Yeah, the one you're looking at right now.
Extreme Hills.
Yeah, go take a look at it. Not that far away. It's only maybe 5 minutes. It's only like 5 minutes. I gotta go by. Alright, have a nice night, Sans. Sans! Why did I say your name so weird? Hi, Sans. Goodbye, Sans. I'm weird. That is... How would you like to play Minecraft and beat the game with that FOV?
I could if I wanted to.
Would it give you a headache?
It would. I already have a headache doing this. Oof.
Sorry, head later. Let's see.
Too
alright.
much FOV gives me a headache, and too less gives me a headache.
Same. I'm going to record a clip real quick. Dying Light 1 at 1080p on the low settings was actually impressive. So the game itself actually looks quite nice on the low settings. So I would expect, oh, this game's probably going to run pretty badly. It's going to run like Cyberpunk or Call of Duty. Call of Duty doesn't even look that good, but, you know, it'll probably run worse than that because the game looks so good. And no, that's not how it works. The game got 49 frames per second on average and had a 1% low of 34. And that's not using FSR or anything. FSR is not in the game. This game is extremely well optimized. Why can't new games be like this? This is awesome. There you go. A good old rant. That's perfect. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Right, so that's Dying Light 1 that's fine. Nope. Dying Light 1 at 1080p on the low settings was actually impressive. So the game itself actually looks quite nice on the low settings. So I would expect, oh, this game's probably going to run pretty badly. It's going to run like Cyberpunk or Call of Duty. Alright, well, I don't like the music we got, so we have to make something up here. Some better music. That will be fine. You ever have a hard time finding music for stuff?
No.
That's good.
Well, I don't make videos.
That's loud. That's a loud song. That's not going to work. That's a good song. Good song.
What can you even do with copper in Minecraft? Because I have like an infinite supply.
Let's see what can you do with copper. You can build with it. Okay, you can use it. Oh, come on, what was it for? You can use it for lightning rods. You can build with it.
And you can use it for lightning rods. Got it.
There's more. I don't remember. Spyglass. You can make a spyglass.
Ooh, I
lightning
should
glass.
do that.
But you need an amethyst thing.
I have one.
I don't know. What else you can do with it? You can build a castle of copper and brag that you're incredibly rich, and then somebody will realize copper is just extremely easy to get. But there you go, you can build a castle out of it. I have a fancy castle made of this.
Ooh, the spyglass is really cool.
Here's a fun one. Turn your FOV to 30 or whatever and use the spyglass.
Okay.
Because it actually double-deckers like that.
No way.
It does.
I'm gonna go max
One at
render distance.
1080p.
Here, let me use my
Try to
mouse,
beat the
that's
game with
faster.
spyglass zoom.
Alright, here we go. Max render distance. And smallest FOV. Wow. Oh, it's like glitchy. Oh, whoa, it's really glitchy.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm supposed to see that. I can see the ores in the mountain. Like the
And
individual blocks.
how far away is that? Like a 10-minute walk?
10 minutes? I feel like that's 15.
How do you like walking like this?
My render distance go farther than this. I don't know why it's not going out.
Try to sleep and get rid of the rain.
Okay.
My head.
I don't even have a bed over here, but... Oh, it's going eventually. I still can barely see though. Here, let's try to find a bed. Oh, it's going. Maybe if I wander around a little bit. You know.
Yeah, sleeping's a good idea.
Let's just turn this up for a minute. While I wander around. Ooh, oh. Until it's loading and stuff.
Beating Minecraft with 6 FOV. I know you have a better end there somewhere. Question is, where is it?
Somewhere in here. Alright, here we go. Get up. You're a nuisance.
And good morning.
Now it's time. Oh, here all of them come out.
That is a... Wow.
Wait, why is this dude a librarian?
Why not?
Why is he he's not, no one's supposed to be a librarian. Did any of these people change? I have no clue why that dude's a librarian. There's no extra, okay, I'm getting off. So many of them now. Still have no
I'm
clue
very
why that
curious to see how this looks.
How does the iron golem keep getting out?
It
Okay.
probably spawned out here.
No, it didn't. I keep put it back in.
Oh, I don't know.
Can they go over 2 blocks?
Nope.
And I don't know.
They
how
can
it's-
hit you if you're on top of 2 blocks, but they can't jump over it. I know they can hit you because I've gotten killed by an iron golem while standing on 2 blocks.
Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh, oh wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's still loading in. Alright, ready for the FOV?
Yeah. FOV.com. 30.
Oh, it has to load it all back in.
I can give it a moment.
Beautiful.
There you go. Did you know there was an ice spikes biome over there?
Yeah, now I do.
Well, there you go. Walk to it. See how long it takes.
Look, there's a bee's nest on that all the way over there. You can see the water flowing too. Oh, that water is no texture. You can see the ores.
Well, there you go. That's a good way to get some iron or something
Oh,
if you
there's
want.
another village.
On the low settings was actually impressive. It's good.
There's
but,
a witch
you know,
hut. Should I go over to the witch hut?
Should I go to... Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Alright, we're
Make
going
a witch farm out of it. You can actually do that.
What, they spawn like that?
Yeah, you can actually farm witches, and they'll give you infinite glowstone, redstone, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, I should try to
Dying
figure out
Light
how to do that.
One at 1080p on the low settings was actually
I didn't know they
impressive.
like
So the
respawn
game
like that.
Yep, they do. Impressive. So the game itself actually looks quite nice on the low settings, so I would expect, oh, this game's probably going to run pretty badly. It's going to run like Cyberpunk or Call of Duty. Call of Duty doesn't even look that good, but, you know, it'll probably run worse than that because the game looks so good. And no, that's not how it works. The game got 49 frames per second on average and had a 1% low of 34. And that's not using FSR or anything. FSR is not in the game. This game is extremely well optimized. Why can't new games be like this? This is awesome.
It's hard to walk around on 14 FPS.
Well, that's not the main problem. The main problem is FOV.
Oh, I changed it
Some-
just to go over to the witch hut.
Okay.
It's now fully bright outside where I live.
That's neat.
Man, this thing was kind of far. It didn't look that far. Oh, there's a bunch of black cats over here. That's funny.
Yeah, they spawn all around witch huts. There's no... Oh, it's because you're in peaceful.
I should try to get a bunch of these black cats. I like black cats. There's a bunch of them. Alright, I'm going to get some fish and I'm gonna get some of these.
Let's see, so we're going to do Fall Guys, but resolution 1080p medium. Okay.
There's stuff growing on those trees. What is that? There's these weird looking trees.
Wait a moment here.
What is that?
What?
These trees.
Oh, you
Mangrove,
got one
I
of the
think?
most rare biomes in the game. It's a mangrove. So this is the biome that mud spawns in.
Ah, it's like if I go to the bottom, it'll...
Not necessarily the bottom. You'll find.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
Fishy.
You'll find frogs in here as well.
Really?
Yeah, frogs are actually a thing in the game. Actually, take some. So, okay, turn around. Okay. So do you see those green things hanging off the tree?
Uh-huh.
Not the vines, but the. If
The
you go
weird
a little-
looking things.
Yeah, break them. They're mangrove propagules, and those are saplings, alright? So take them back to your place and plant them down, and you get yourself a mangrove tree.
Does it have to be in water?
It can be in water, but it doesn't need to be. What else? They can be quite tall. They're one of the tallest in the game, trees in the game. What else? They're neat. Yeah, I recommend planting them down.
Alright, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. You didn't know those were a thing?
No.
Oh.
Didn't even know that biome was a thing.
Dying Light 1 at 1080p on the low setting.
Like 12 FPS per second.
That's great.
Oh. Now it's consistently 12, 11.
5141. 5141. 1080p. Medium.
I'm gonna plant it in the middle of my pond.
Good idea. And I can bone meal it.
Actually, let's put it more in the center here. Right there. That should grow to be a nice big tree.
And sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. Sometimes
Got my
you get-
eyes on you.
Sometimes you get really small ones for some reason. Oh, you don't have bone meal. You're playing peaceful. I forgot about that.
What do you mean? I can get bone meal from the
Oh.
compost.
I forgot about that. I was going to say, oh, you should get some bone meal. And then, no, you can't. And then, I guess you can. Okay.
I'm gonna
Think
try to get
about that.
lure on my fishing rod. Where'd my fishing rod go? Okay, I
I'm
need
going
to
to
turn
do
on.
some recording again real quickly here. Let's see. Fall Guys at 1080p on the medium settings was getting a very nice frame rate. The game looks nice. It's not high texture resolutions or anything like that. It's just very nice colors, and it just looks nice. Like it's a nice looking game basically. Either way, you got 51 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 41. This is another case of a game where even if it's simple looking, it still can look good even if you don't like put 10,000 hours into how it looks. Okay, that's not. Let's just redo that. I'm lazy, but not that lazy. Fall Guys is very impressive. So the game looks great. Well, I mean, it's not the best looking game on earth. The textures are very, very simple, but that doesn't mean it looks bad. It's a very good looking game, and all with it looking good and being simple, it actually runs amazingly. It got 51 frames per second with a 1% low of 41, and that's at 1080p on the medium settings. If the settings were actually set to low, it would probably get 60 plus FPS, but I don't see a reason for it. On medium settings, it still gets a very good frame rate, and that's, I mean, it has 1 gigabyte of VRAM and is playing most games here that are even actually modern. I don't know. I'm still impressed in this thing. Let's go on to the next game. I ramble a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Ramble.com. Rambling. Do you like the mangrove?
It just grew, by the way,
Oh, it did? That was fast.
already. Also, why does my character not like to run? Like, I put in run mode, and like it'll go out of run mode sometimes.
I don't know. That's weird. So you got a mediumly sized tree, I think. That's like medium. Yeah. Fall Guys is very impressive. So the game looks great. Fall Guys is very impressive. So the game looks great. Okay, audio, you're all messed up. I need to delete that and place it down again. Hopefully this time it actually places them properly. Nope, it didn't. Why is the audio so broken on it? I don't know. I mean, it's not the best looking. Fall Guys is impressive. Fall Guys is very impressive. So the game looks great. Well, I mean, it's not the best looking game on earth. The textures are very, very simple. On earth, the textures are very, very simple. But that doesn't mean it looks bad. It's a very good looking game. And all with it looking good and being simple, it actually runs amazingly. It got 51 frames per second with a 1% low of 41, and that's at 1080p on the medium settings. If the settings were actually set to low, it would probably get 60 plus FPS, but I don't see a reason for it. On medium settings, it still gets a very good frame rate, and that's, I mean, it has 1 gigabyte of VRAM and is playing most games here that are even actually modern. I don't know. I'm still impressed. On medium settings, it still gets a very good frame rate, and that's, I mean, it has 1 gigabyte of VRAM and is playing most games here that are even actually modern. I don't know. I'm still impressed in this thing. In this thing. It's boom. 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 Boom, bomb, boom, boom, boom. There. I think there's another tree that you might not actually know about. What the tree is, oh wait, man, okay. So what the tree is, do you know those lush forests that grow under the ground?
Yeah.
So, above the ground, there's a special tree that grows above the lush forests. It's usually a single tree. It's you can't get like a sapling from it that's special. At least I don't think you can. But it's a small tree, and well, there's not much to it. It's just a small tree.
Have to look it up.
Okay, so do you see the middle? Okay, where's your mouse? Yeah, that one. Yeah, click on it. That's the tree.
Huh.
That's a new type of tree. I think there is a way to grow that, though. I'm trying to remember how to do it. You know what? Let me just open up Minecraft. I am very curious on how to grow it. I know it's pretty... It's something in the lush forest. I don't know what it was.
Azalea trees. That's what they're
Oh
called.
yeah, that's what it is. You're right. Azalea. 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 Why am I saying Azalea so weird? I'm probably being annoying. So that would be you use the azalea bush, and I guess you can bone meal it and make an azalea tree. I think. I don't know. But they don't drop saplings. Or maybe they do. I don't know.
Well, this zombie has chainmail.
Yeah, I see.
See if he drops anything. Oh, this one does too.
Oh, there you go.
And that one.
You got a gold.
Oh my god, no way.
What?
I saw it drop something.
Yeah, another zombie picked it up.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get it. I saw chainmail drop. Oh, I didn't get it though. Oh, one picked it up and then it wasn't pick upable again.
Aw.
That's so unfortunate. Imagine having chainmail now.
That'd actually
be
be a
such a
downgrade.
flex.
It's slightly worse than iron.
Yeah, I know, but not like physically, like actually using it, but it'd be cool to have it.
Okay. I see. Minecraft is opening very slowly. Well, not really slowly, it's just taking its time. Oh. OBS is overloaded. That's a good sign. Hello, OBS, why are you overloading? I guess it's because it's a dual core CPU. Alright, so... Weather clear. Azalea, okay.
Ooh, now I get to see the monsters.
I need bone meal. Bone meal. Okay, so an azalea you can find in the lush forest. It doesn't matter if it's a flowering one or a regular one, they both actually blossom into flowering azalea trees.
So you can grow them.
Yeah. Ah, I didn't know that. if I plant that, they grow with one bone meal. God, making a weird looking tree.
Did you just put minecart on it?
No, it's I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my god, I did get the chainmail. It's
Awesome.
chainmail leggings.
Um, why isn't it real? I do that. I don't know. You can make a weird looking tower tree. Let's see. So if I get what is it? A hoe? And where's a hoe? Let's just use a diamond one. And we can do slash enchant as fortune 3. Game mode 0. Okay. So I have 2 azalea. Okay, so you do get. Okay, so it's possible to get. Okay. So these trees, they do not drop special types of wood. It's only oak, but you can get saplings from it. So you cut the tree down, and you will get flowering azalea and azalea. And you can plant those down, and they will not grow into any special type of tree. They'll just stay small. So you can bone meal them, and then they grow large. Okay.
You try to find a
Anything.
lush forest.
I don't know. I'm still impressed in this thing. Let's see. The next game. So I've done Fall Guys, so we got Fortnite to do next. Why is it so broken? Oh, just 2. Oh, okay. So do that. Okay. So 15-3. $15.3. So 1080p, low, DX11. Perfect. Alrighty. I guess I'll do some recording. Fortnite at 1080p on the low settings with DirectX 11. The game was getting a glorious 15 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 3. Yes, 15. Now you might be thinking that is horrible, and you are right. Though something extremely weird happened when I set the game to performance mode, because it actually is performance-y. Performance-y? It made it run better. Alright, I'll leave it right there, and then I'll record the next clip later on, since I have to edit this one right now, one clip at a time. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Oh. Why is that so broken? I think I need to reload it. You know, I'm gonna get the tea out of the microwave real quick. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back in a moment. Let's see. The key's madified. Madified? Sure, it's madified. Let's see, I need to do save, and then I need to reopen the editing thing. How many cores does the computer have that you're using?
6.
Oh, okay. So what in the world is going on? Oh, that goes there. Why? Apparently the CPU is maxed out that I'm using. That's fine. Fortnite at 1080p on the low settings with DirectX 11. The game was getting a glorious 15 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 3. Yes, 15. Now you might be thinking that is horrible, and you are right. Though something extremely
I
weird
fixed the sky,
happened when
by
I
the
set the
way.
game to performance mode.
I fixed the sky in my world. I downloaded this texture pack. It's called Better Skies. It looks a little better.
So it's not like dark all the time.
Nope.
Awesome.
I'm gonna show you in a minute.
1080p on the low settings with DirectX 11. The game was getting a glorious 15 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 3. Yes, 15. Now you might be thinking that is horrible, and you are right. Though something extremely weird happened when I set the game to performance mode, because it actually is performance-y. Performance-y? It made it run better. Made it run performance. Performance-y? 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 It made it run better.
Alright, you can look at the sky now.
Alright, let me just delete something real quick. There we go. Okay. Sky.
Looks pretty
What's
nice.
different?
It's a little different, like the clouds
Oh, there's different
have different
layers.
shapes and yeah, there's different layers. Apparently night the sunsets look really good. So I guess
I
you'll
like
see
it.
that.
It looks neat.
Yep.
It doesn't change the game all that much either. That's an awesome one.
I like ones that just like the dark mode is just subtle, but it's
Yeah.
nice. And the clouds are subtle, but it's nice.
I don't care for dark mode, but I like the cloud one though. That one's neat.
Yeah, I can send you it if you want.
Sure.
Let's see.
So 9611. So 9611. An 1080p low, and then okay. I'm going to do another recording. Let's see. Boom. At 1080p on the low settings with performance mode enabled, not DirectX 11 or 12, it's performance mode, the game ran quite a lot better. It was getting 96 frames per second on average. Yes, it went from 15 to 96 frames per second. That is a huge improvement. The 1% low went from 3 to 11. Sure, the 1% low is still horrible, but Fortnite is known to be stuttery, and I mean, hey, at least it's getting a high average frame rate, even if it's extremely stuttery. So, not half bad. It's not great. It's not bad. It's kind of in between. Good. I don't know why Fortnite stutters so much. That's kind of odd. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. at 1080p on the low settings with performance mode enabled, not DirectX 11 or 12, it's performance mode, the game ran quite a lot better. It was getting 90 things with performance mode enabled, not DirectX 11 or 12, it's performance mode. The game ran quite a lot better. It was getting 96 frames per second on average. Yes, it went from 15 to 96 frames per second. That is a huge improvement. The 1% low went from 3 to 11. Sure, the 1% low is still horrible, but Fortnite is known to be stuttery, and I mean, hey, at least it's getting a high average frame rate, even if it's extremely stuttery. So, not half bad, it's not great, it's not bad, it's kind of in between. Okay.
How long does it take for an achievement to come up? Because I just did one and I didn't do anything.
Well, it should happen immediately, but if you mean like it's showing up on...
Wait, no. It just
if it shows up on screen, it might take a while.
It didn't like pop up on my screen or anything, but it did work.
Huh. Weird.
Cool, so I got 15G for that. Where's the Xbox like app or whatever? Xbox. So can I see my gamer score?
87.59. In between 87.59, and then that was 1080p low.
Befriend 20 stray cats. Bad.
What? Let me see. Alright, I'm going to do another recorder later. Let me see. So, where is it? There we go. So, GTA 5 at 1080p on the low settings with shadows and grass set to high, just so it's a little bit more graphics card intensive, and it looks a little bit better. Either way, with shadows and grass set to high, the game was running really nicely. It was getting a average frame rate of 87 with a 1% low of 59. And that is not half bad at all. That was actually a lot more than I was expecting, especially since this game is pretty wide open and it has only 1 gigabyte of VRAM. Now, it couldn't... You know, let's just reuse the... I can't even... Brain has ended. Brain ended. Grand Theft Auto 5 at 1080p on the low settings with shadows and grass set to high. The game was getting an average frame rate of 87 with a 1% low of 59. That is actually really impressive. The reason it's impressive is because, well, it's a very wide open game. There's a lot of land. The world is huge, and yet it's running this good on a graphics card with 1 gigabyte of VRAM. That is pretty impressive. Sure, the game was on the low textures, or technically it's considered normal, so the textures weren't amazing, but it wasn't that bad either. It was just kind of alright in terms of the textures. If I turn the textures up, it probably will stutter, so that's why I left them on low, since the VRAM is already maxed out. Good enough. I don't know. Was that good? Who knows? I think I got the point across. It runs. Grand Theft Auto 5 at 1080p on the low settings with shadows and grass set too high, the game was getting an average frame rate of 87 with a 1% low of 59. That is actually really impressive. The reason it's impressive is because, well, it's a very wide open game. There's a lot of land. The world is huge, and yet the world is huge, and it's huge, and yet it's running this good on a graphics card with 1 GB of VRAM. That is pretty impressive. Sure, the game was on the low textures, or technically it's considered normal, so the textures weren't amazing, but it wasn't that bad either. It was just kind of alright in terms of the textures. If I turn the textures up, it probably will stutter, so that's why I left them on low, since the VRAM is already maxed out. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. What's next? I've done GTA 5, so I have Portal, Rocket League, Minecraft Java, and Bedrock. I guess I'll do Bedrock. Next. Let me see. 170 and 39. Okay. 17039. Okay. And what was that? There. Boom, boom, boom. Minecraft Bedrock Edition at 1080p on the medium settings got an average frame rate of 170 with a 1% low of 39. This isn't really a graphics card test though. The CPU was actually the limiting factor here by a significant amount. The graphics card was only around 30% usage. Either way, this was at 16 chunks render distance. If I wanted, I could make the render distance a lot more, but that would just make it more CPU intensive. So, not bad. Let's see. Alright, well, Bedrock Edition. Alright, let's get that done. Boom. Delete that. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I need to add some more music. Let's see.
Is looting for swords?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looting for swords. So, not bad. Minecraft Bedrock Edition at 1080p on the medium settings got an average frame rate of 170 with a 1% low of 39. This isn't really a graphics card test though. The CPU was actually the limiting factor here by a significant amount. The graphics card was only around 30% usage. Either way, this was at 16 chunks render distance. If I wanted, I could make the render distance a lot more, but that would just make it more CPU intensive. Alright, let's do some chopolating here to delete all this. Oh, what time do you find okay to start doing, let's say, noisy yard work outside?
2 in the morning.
Okay, so I'm good to go outside and do some weed whacking.
Pretty sure someone come outside and yell at you.
Yeah, right now it's 5:23 a.m. I don't know, what do you think? 7 a.m. I can go out there with a weed whacker? 8?
Is it the weekend?
I don't know what day today
Oh, it's
is.
Friday. I mean, maybe. Usually people do that on like a Sunday.
Probably 8.
That should be fine. So looting is for swords again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, I'm going to do some more recordolating.
Looting on my sword.
And that will be good for getting loot. And let's say beef or something if you're trying to get some food.
Yeah, I do have like a bunch of cows and stuff.
See, recording. Yep, alright. Minecraft Java Edition 1.20 with the complementary shaders set to the potato preset was getting an average frame rate of around 45, which is, well, again, very impressive, being that this is, well, you've heard it from me too many times already. Either way, that is very nice. It is actually playable, which is far exceeding my expectations here. With the settings I normally use on complementary shaders, it kind of walks, it gets around 15 to 20 frames per second, but on the potato settings, it still looks really nice, and yeah, about 40 to 45 frames per second. Around the water, it drops into the 30s. I can't get the normal MSI Afterburner overlay to work, so I had to use a different window thing. I don't know, it's harder for you to read, but basically, yeah, around 40 frames per second. Alright, we got that done. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom. What is your least favorite town in California?
Stockton. It's not really a town, but it's a city.
Stockton. I don't even know where that is.
It's in the valley.
Okay, so that's why San Francisco.
Yeah, kinda.
Is it busy there?
It's like your average valley town. It was just like a little more dirty. I don't know how to explain.
Newfoundland and Labrador. I'd like to go
Like
there.
Stockton was like there's just a bunch of trash everywhere. Like even like the downtown, like even the nicer-ish areas weren't even that nice. They were like, I don't know, I didn't like it. Like yeah, it's a lower income place for sure, but did you know there's people that actually there's a good amount of people that actually drive from Stockton all the way into San Francisco as their daily commute?
Google Maps has completely gave up on me.
Like from Stockton to San Jose and San Francisco area.
Oh, this part of Stockton looks nice. I don't know where I am. Yeah, this is a nice area. I have no idea where I am. Pacific Avenue.
Let's see.
It's nice here.
Kinda. Yeah.
Little Caesars. Okay, this is perfect for me. I'll live in that garage there, and then I'll just walk to Little Caesars every day, and within a couple 100 minutes I should gain some weight.
When I'm not kidding, every single gas station we went to in Stockton, there were people fighting.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah. Like literally like yelling at each other like both gas stations. Like bro.
I wonder why.
I just had the weirdest experience there. And I went down this road and there were literally tents along the whole road. I mean, there's trash everywhere. It's so bad.
Yeah, that's what happened with Interstate 10 in California. If you didn't hear, Interstate 10 caught on fire and burned to the ground. Well, it didn't burn to the ground.
Oh yeah, this person like caught something on fire.
It wasn't this person, it was a camp under there.
Yeah. Something like that.
Corden? Yep, alright.
That actually happened in Atlanta too.
What was that?
Happened in Atlanta one time as well.
Huh.
I told my grandma about that freeway that caught on fire recently, and she's like, "Oh my god, that happened in Atlanta."
Yeah, it's pretty neat. How they can just catch it on fire like that.
Yeah, and then a bunch of people can't get to work.
Yep. Yep. Oh well, can't do much about it. 1080p medium complementary shaders.
Sun is now shining in my face.
Nice. Getting some of those what is it called? Those sunray things.
Something like that. I really want to go to bed, but I'm not sure if I should. Maybe I'll go to bed around 10.
5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8:30 there. Potato preset was getting an average frame rate of around 45,
Go to bed
which
at
is
12.
what was that?
I'm gonna go to bed at 12 in the just midday.
I was gonna mess your sleep schedule up.
Really? But then I'll be able to wake up pretty early, like 2.
If you go to bed at 12 p.m.
I should be able to wake up around midnight. It's pretty early.
Yeah, maybe try going to bed. I don't know, 6 p.m. Again, very impressive. Being that
No,
this is
if I do that, then I would sleep in way too late.
with the settings I 9.20, with the complementary shaders set to the potato preset, was getting an average frame rate of around 45, which is, well, again,
Is it
very
actually called potato?
Yep, Potato.
That's funny.
Impressive, being that this is, well, you've heard it from me too many times already. Either way, that is very nice. It is actually playable, which is far exceeding my expectations here. With the settings I normally use on complementary shaders, it kind of walks, it gets around 15 to 20 frames per second, but on the potato settings, it still looks really nice and, yeah, about 40 to 45 frames per second. Around the water, it drops into the 30s. Around the water... Alright. Do a little bit more chopolating here. Boom. Boom. Okay, what else do we have? Portal, okay. 1080p, very high. Skip ahead. So 1080p, V period high. And the average frame rate is what? 177, 112. 177, 112. Portal ran, well, I mean, it's pretty clear this game's going to do... What did I just say? Portal ran, well, actually, it's pretty clear how it's going to run. It's a very easy game to run. It got 177 frames per second on average, and it had a 1% low of 112. There's not much to say about it. It runs perfectly. It's an old game. Yeah. Yep, alright. That was short, but it works. Let's see. Boom. Delete. Not delete. Backup. Grab that. Delete. And, well, actually, it's pretty clear how it's going. Okay, for some reason it didn't start recording until halfway through the sentence. Recording. Portal ran, well, actually, it's pretty clear how it ran. It's a very old game. It's very, very, very easy to run. So, with all that stuff combined with this graphics card being actually not that big of a potato, we've got 177 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 112. In other words, it is amazing. Okay.
No!
No. What's wrong?
The black kitty ran away from me.
Oh.
I'm trying to get all the black cats around the witch hut. I want both
Okay.
of them. I'm gonna fill my house with black cats.
They're running. Portal ran, well, actually, it's very, very, very easy to run. So, with all that stuff combined with this graphics card being actually not that big of a potato. What was that?
How do you make black dye? I know
you
from
make black-
squids, but not really sure where to find normal squids.
Um,
Make black dye somehow.
Hello, Flop. How's your day going? It's me, your old mod. I don't remember. Welcome back. How's your day going, Flop? Were you Flopatron or something? What was your old YouTube username? I don't remember usernames. Oh. You can use a Wither Rose or a Ink Sac. Being that Wither Roses require a Wither to kill a mob, that
I
one's
have a
not what you're
glow
looking for.
ink sac.
I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Why aren't you mod? I didn't unmod you or anything. What? Wait. My brain is not working right. Let me see. Settings. I can go to permissions. No, I can go to agreements. No, I can go to no, I can go to here. There. Wait. Why is there only 3 moderators? Oh, wait, what? There's managing moderators and there's standard moderator. I didn't know there was a difference. Okay. You haven't seen me live in 2 months? Oh, I have been live, just not a whole lot. How have you been? I've been doing pretty good today, and so far. How have you been doing? Why are you not in here? Spider-Man, why aren't you a moderator? Spider. Well, that's weird. So, Organic, if you don't... Wait, I think it's because I changed my username. No, people change their username all the time who have mod, and they keep having mod. Like, let me see. Trains, they changed their name. Well, actually, a lot of the mods are actually missing, so I don't know. Catalunya 2, they changed their name. Or accent, probably that. Okay, let's fix that. Close. Go to here. Go to here.
Access.
Because you forgot me. No, I didn't forget you. I forgot who you were because I don't know who FlopX is. But no, I know you. You've been around for a long time. But no, I didn't forget you. I just don't know what your new username is. It's confusing. Not confusing. It's just I didn't know. Oh, you found some ink.
Yeah.
Hi, cats.
Kitties.
It has a purple nose. I felt like its nose was going to pop out and bonk you in the face.
How do I make gray dye so it be gray?
I think you combine white with black.
How do I make white though?
Bone meal.
Oh, cool.
We've got 177 frames per second on average with a 1% lag. Have you been doing Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? Low of 112. In other words, it is amazing. Alright, now I can do some chopolating like a show.
Can you really not put bamboo in a compost? That's stupid.
I have no idea.
Well, apparently you can't.
A lot has changed with me. What has changed? Spider-Man? Spider-Man? What has changed? Changed. I feel like I'm being annoying right now. I probably am. Let's see. Alright. 93, 40. 93, 40.
Oh, by the way, the looting on the sword is really good.
Awesome. Let's do some recording.
Wait, this is gray dye. How do I make light gray dye?
I didn't know there was a difference.
Oh, there. Oh, you just okay. There, I figured it out.
Flop says, I remember your old hire mod, I don't know, was angry at me on Discord. Who was it? I'm not sure. Who was it? That's not good. Now, let me just get this recording done real quick.
Is this chat now just gossip?
What was that?
Is this chat now just gossip?
Alright. No, what was it? Rocket League at 1080p on the very high settings ran very good. It was getting 93 frames per second on average, and it had a 1% low of 40. Overall, that is as well a very good result, especially because it's the very high settings. Yes, very high. Not low, not medium, not high. It's very high. So not bad at all, especially since the game is actually looking good. Let's see. His old profile picture is a black dragon. I don't know. I have no clue. I'll take a look. Boom. Let me just get this done first. Why is that broken again?
What's a sniffer seed?
Who are you talking about? MDC or something? I don't know. Well, a sniffer seed? So sniffers can sniff and they get, no, sniffers can dig up seeds. No, he doesn't have a dragon picture, so I have no idea. Okay, so that must have been a long time ago. Ted Lydia? No, not. Wait, what am I looking at? General chat. Not that one, that one, that one, that one. No, I don't know. Are you talking about Organic Fox? He's the closest one to having a dragon. But he's not, he didn't do that.
Dog is not a dragon.
No, you're a fox. I think this was 2020 to 2000. I'm kind of surprised that you even remember anything about way back then. You're talking like it was now. Wait. I don't know how you even remember that. It was a long time ago. They said it indeed. Alright, I guess it's you. No, it's not. Let's see, I have no idea. Oh well. It is what it is. I got a good memory. That's good. I have a completely garbage memory. I won't remember things. That's alright. Nobody needs memory anyway. Oh, that's allowed. And in other words, it is amazing. No, what was it? Rocket League at 1080p on very high settings ran very. No, what was it? Rocket League at 10. Rocket League at 1080p on very high settings ran very good. It was getting 93 frames per second on average, and it had a 1% low of 40. Overall, that is as well a very good result. Especially because it's the very high settings. Yes, very high. Not low, not medium, not high. It's very high. So not bad at all, especially since the game is actually looking good. Alright, and that was all the games I had tested. So now I need to do, let's just see, how much is one of these graphics cards? AMD Radeon HD 7850. So, about $25. I don't think it's worth $25. Okay, what other thing? GTX 750 Ti. How much is that? Okay, that's more. GTX 950. $48 for a GTX 950. No. No, no, no. What about Ti? What's a good AMD graphics card about as fast as, I don't know. AMD Radeon 550. RX 550. RX 550 versus 70.
Hey, I had an RX 550 one time.
How did you like it?
Yeah, it was a pretty good card. Wasn't like super powerful, but did everything I wanted.
According to
Besides VR.
user benchmark, the HD 7850 is faster.
Not surprised. The RX 550 was pretty underpowered. It didn't even like require. It doesn't even require like external power. It's just
Oh,
PCI power. Like that's what we're dealing with. It.
okay, so it's a really basic one.
I still have mine.
Awesome. You use it for your daily driver? There you go. You should use it for your daily driver for a few days.
I would, but it has a bunch of problems.
Aw.
Like something on the board is messed up and it'll just like crash randomly and things like that. That's why I had to get a new one. Which is my RX 570, which I still have too. I have all the graphics cards I've ever had.
Oh, you've never got rid of them?
Nope.
That's good. Or maybe not. I don't know. I keep them as well.
I mean, they're not worth much. I think the RX 70 might be worth like $50 though.
Fastest.
How much was the RX 550 online?
$30.
Oh yeah. Maybe
But
like
yours, since yours isn't working too good, you probably couldn't really get that much.
yeah. Unless I lied,
Then you get it returned.
like the seller did before when I bought this.
Fastest Southern Islands Series GPU. Um, 7990.
I'm gonna be right back.
Alright, she in a minute or two or three or four or five. Five, 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 five. So this has, okay, two. 79.70. So that has 3 gigs of VRAM. Okay. Alright, I am back. Let's see, so that is as fast as a okay, GTX 9 wait, what? GTX 960. I don't know. 7970. Let's see. So, hey there, today I'm going to be benchmarking the AMD Radeon HD 7850. This graphics card has a whopping 1GB of GDDR5 VRAM. According to Tech PowerUp, it has 2GB of VRAM, but according to GPU-Z and Task Manager and MSI Afterburner, it has 1GB. So I'm not sure what's up with that. This graphics card was released in March of 2012. It had a launch price of around $250. The CPU I'm pairing this with is a rather decent one. It is the Intel Xeon E3 1230. It's a lower-end 4-core 8-thread CPU. I'm also pairing it with either 16 or 24GB of DDR3 RAM. I was using 16GB, but later on I found that wasn't enough, so I upgraded it to 24GB. Today I'm going to be benchmarking it in 12 games, so without further ado, let's jump right in. So the first game I'm testing is CSGO 2, or Counter-Strike Global Offense 2, or CSGO, or I don't know, the new version. I was playing it. Let's see, are you there?
Hi.
Oh, okay, you are there. Welcome back.
I told my grandma to do all her shopping and errands before we get our car back,
Why?
so she doesn't put wear on our car.
Oh.
I just don't like it being driven around when it's cold outside, because then it doesn't warm up fully, because all the grocery stores are pretty close by.
Yeah, it should be alright.
That's not very good for the car. Maybe I should just do a 4,000 mile oil change instead.
So this is 40. Is that actually any good? I don't know. I guess I gotta make a conclusion, but I don't know what kind of conclusion to make about this graphics card. I don't know. Well, this is normally conclusion time, but I don't know what kind of conclusion to get. I mean, 1 gigabyte of VRAM is absolutely not enough for any new game, but for older games, it's enough. These graphics cards are selling for about $25 on eBay, which seems like a lot, but I can't really find anything that is exactly cheaper that performs better. But I'm sure there is actually cheaper things that perform better. I just don't know what they are. So, I recommend doing your research before buying this if you're going to be buying this graphics card, because $25 for it seems like quite a bit. Being that I got a GTX 980 Ti for $60. Either way, yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it was somewhat informative. Hopefully it was somewhat informative, and I'll see you again next time. There we go.
Bye-bye.
We did it. We did a video. Or we made a video.
The whole video, like edited and everything.
What was that?
A whole video edited and everything.
Yeah. It took 3 hours for a 10-minute video. The recording part
Whoa! Whoa! The night sky looks so cool.
Discord. Where is Discord?
It looks pretty cool. Like you gotta see the sunset.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it's going down. I don't know where the sun is though.
It looks neat. It looks different than normal.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I think this
Hey
is
there.
just the nighttime.
Percent lower.
It's super dark.
I
like it.
don't. This is normally conclusion time, but I don't know what kind of conclusion to get. I mean, 1 gigabyte of VRAM is absolutely not enough for any new game, but for older games, it's enough. These graphics cards are selling for about $25 on eBay, which seems like these graphics cards it's enough, but for older games, it's enough. These graphics cards are selling for about $25 on eBay. I guess I should do a picture of eBay. 7850, enter. I need to find a picture. Where's pictures? Picture. Here we go. Scroll down. Bunch. Looking good. This is mean, but for older games, these graphics cards are selling for kind of conclusion. These graphics cards are selling for about $25 on eBay, which seems like a lot, but I can't really find anything that is exactly cheaper that performs better. But I'm sure there is actually cheaper things that perform better. I just don't know what they are. So, I recommend So, I recommend doing your research before buying this if you're going to be buying this graphics card, because $25 for it seems like quite a bit. Being that I got a GTX 980 Ti for $60. Either way, yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it was somewhat informative. Hopefully it was somewhat informative, and I'll see you again. Hopefully it was. Hopefully it was somewhat informative, and I'll see you again next time. Good. Oh, I need to add the top layer like that. There we go. 12 minutes and 14 seconds is the length of the video, and 3 hours to make. So, not too long, I guess. That's what the timeline looks like. It looks pretty complex. I mean, it's not. Relatively simple. It's just big and fat and long. Hey there, today I'm
This
going to
person
be...
on Instagram, I told them that if you do this dude did a CBT service, and he didn't drop the pan, and I told him that you should probably drop the pan because there's like a bunch of there's magnets that you need to clean out, and there's magnets, and he says that he doesn't know much about that, and that he's gonna investigate next time and drop the pan and see what's going on. He says that he wants to learn about it first because he doesn't want to sell customers on things that they don't need.
I mean, that works.
So
It's always good to learn about it.
he's a good mechanic. I have respect for him.
Let's go for Z-Worms Gaming. Let's see.
Welcome back for our next video in our GeForce RTX 40 series showcase.
Will run slightly slower. See, I'm tasing you. I'm tasing you. All right. Was it still drops though, but keep. No, we're gonna die. What? 1.0 if you drop the resolution in this game, which is weird. Smooth. Finally, my friends, it is conclusion time, and the HD 7970. Well, it's old now and very outdated, and nobody should buy it, obviously, especially not for the 50 euros that I paid for it. I mean, it was the cheapest one that I could find here, but you shouldn't buy it. It consumes way too much power for...
Yeah, I agree with him. It shouldn't buy it. Alright, well, I guess I should rewatch the video and see how bad we messed it up. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yep.
Alright, I'll get some tea and do that. Alright, let's see how bad we messed it up. Hey there, today I'm going to be benchmarking the AMD Radeon HD 7850. This graphics card has a whopping 1GB of GDDR5 VRAM. According to Tech PowerUp, it has 2GB of VRAM, but according to GPU-Z and Task Manager and MSI Afterburner, it has 1GB. So I'm not sure what's up with that. This graphics card was released in March of 2012. It had a launch price of around $250. The CPU I'm pairing this with is a rather decent one. It is the Intel Xeon E3 1230. It's a lower-end 4-core 8-thread CPU. I'm also pairing it with either 16 or 24GB of DDR3 RAM. I was using 16GB, but later on I found that wasn't enough, so I upgraded it to 24GB. Today I'm going to be benchmarking it in 12 games, so without further ado, let's jump right in. Hello, Drogard. Drogard. Hello, Drogard. How's your day going? Let's see. Today we are editing video. Well, actually, we have been editing video for 3 hours. It's, I think, done. I don't know. I'm just rewatching it now to see how good or bad we made it. So the first game I'm testing is CSGO 2 or Counter-Strike Global Offense 2 or CSGO or I don't know, the new version, I was playing at 1080p on the low settings and I was using FSR quality. And being a 1GB graphics card, I thought, oh, this 4-core 8-thread Xeon will be plenty to max out this. Nope, not even close. It was mostly a CPU bottleneck the entire time, but the game was getting 68 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 29, so not great, far from it. It might get a little bit better with a faster CPU, but I don't really think it's realistic to have really a much faster CPU than this in the first place hooked up to this graphics card. So, in the new CSGO, people seem to be absolute professionals. I died 65 times and got 12 kills. The first place person got 93 kills and died only like 32 times. The next game is Cyberpunk 2077, and I tried 1080p, it didn't go well, so this is 720p on the absolute lowest settings, not the low preset. I manually set everything to the lowest because the low preset isn't actually the lowest settings. And it was actually impressive, sort of. So the game often did drop into the low 20s in the frame rate. It dropped to around 23, but the average came out to 34 frames per second with a 1% low of 6 frames per second. And this is 720p, lowest settings with ultra performance FSR. So it's like 360p basically. So is it playable? Not really, but I guess it kind of is okay-ish, question mark. Yeah, pretty impressive for a 1GB graphics card. Apex Legends at 1080p on the low settings was getting 57 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 38. So even the 1% lows weren't in the 30s. Well, no, they were in the 30s, but they weren't in the 20s, which is pretty impressive, especially because, again, this only has 1GB of VRAM. And Apex Legends isn't really a bad looking game, especially at low settings. It's not bad. I mean, you know, it's not amazing, but it's low settings. It doesn't look like low settings. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just kind of, my mind's blown up from this, but that's fine. Very impressive. Battlefield Remastered is a extremely well-optimized game, and well, that shows here. Either way, the game got 167 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 121. And I was playing at 1080p on the potato settings with 100% resolution scale. Also, this was a complete CPU bottleneck, and the graphics card had quite a bit more power to spare. I didn't use the higher presets because they look about the same in terms of visual quality, and well, let's get the best frame rate possible, because why not? BeamNG Drive at 1080p on the custom low settings, meaning everything was set to its lowest except the mesh quality and the shadows. So, yeah, the textures were as low as they could go, but at least we have shadows, which makes the game look quite a bit better. The game didn't get 30 plus FPS at all times. It did drop into the 20s, like around the forest area, and in downtown, I don't know what the downtown name is, it's West Coast USA in the big city. It was dropping into the upper 20s, but the average frame rate, it was 39. The 1% low is only 26. That is not bad. Again, this is a 1GB graphics card. I was expecting far worse, but then again, I don't have any actual gaming 1GB graphics cards. This is the first one I've ever got my hands on. The next game on the list is Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. I was playing at 1080p on the minimum settings with FSR set to Ultra Performance, or the most performance FSR mode, whatever that is. Either way, the game, first of all, was giving me a warning saying the graphics card has a low amount of VRAM. Then it gave me another warning saying the graphics card drivers are old and I need to update them, even though this is the most up-to-date graphics card driver. Either way, the game got a horrible frame rate. When I was in the game, I was getting a whopping, wait for it, 13 frames per second on average, with a 1% low of 11. Yes, 13. Yes, if I went over and lowered the resolution, the frame rate went slightly up, but it didn't really improve even at 720p. It's just horrible all the way around. It probably is because of the 1GB of VRAM. The game was saying it needed something like 3GB of VRAM, and I only have 1GB, so that's fine. Yeah. Dying Light 1 at 1080p on the low settings was actually impressive. So the game itself actually looks quite nice on the low settings, so I would expect, oh, this game's probably going to run pretty badly. It's going to run like Cyberpunk or Call of Duty. Call of Duty doesn't even look that good, but, you know, it'll probably run worse than that because the game looks so good. And no, that's not how it works. The game got 49 frames per second on average and had a 1% low of 34. And that's not using FSR or anything. FSR is not in the game. This game is extremely well optimized. Why can't new games be like this? This is awesome. Fall Guys is very impressive, so the game looks great. Well, I mean, it's not the best looking
What game
game on
is that?
earth. The textures are...
What game is that?
The one that was running good, or the pink one?
You were like killing stuff.
Dying Light 1.
What is that?
I don't know, I got it free on the Epic Game Store. I'll type it into your Discord.
Looks interesting.
It's called Dying Light Enhanced Edition. They have a new version called Dying Light 2. I'm assuming Enhanced Edition is Dying Light 1. I have no idea. Very, very simple, but that doesn't mean it looks bad. It's a very good looking game. And all with it looking good and being simple, it actually runs amazingly. It got 51 frames per second with a 1% low of 41, and that's at 1080p on the medium settings. If the settings were actually set too low, it would probably get 60 plus FPS, but I don't see a reason for it. On medium settings, it still gets a very good frame rate, and that's, I mean, it has 1GB of VRAM and is playing most games here that are even actually modern. I don't know. I'm still impressed in this thing. Fortnite at 1080p on the low settings with DirectX 11, the game was getting a glorious 15 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 3. Yes, 15. Now you might be thinking that is horrible, and you are right. Though something extremely weird happened when I set the game to performance mode, because it actually is performance-y. Performance-y? It made it run better. At 1080p on the low settings with performance mode enabled, not DirectX 11 or 12, it's performance mode, the game ran quite a lot better. It was getting 96 frames per second on average. Yes, it went from 15 to 96 frames per second. That is a huge improvement. The 1% low went from 3 to 11. Sure, the 1% low is still horrible, but Fortnite is known to be stuttery, and I mean, hey, at least it's getting a high average frame rate, even if it's extremely stuttery. So, not half bad, it's not great, it's not bad, it's kind of in between. Grand Theft Auto 5 at 1080p on the low settings with shadows and grass set to high. The game was getting an average frame rate of 87 with a 1% low of 59. That is actually really impressive. The reason it's impressive is because, well, it's a very wide open game. There's a lot of land. The world is huge, and yet it's running this good on a graphics card with 1GB of VRAM. That is pretty impressive. Sure, the game was on the low textures, or technically it's considered normal, so the textures weren't amazing, but it wasn't that bad either. It was just kind of alright in terms of the textures. If I turn the textures up, it probably will stutter, so that's why I left them on low, since the VRAM is already maxed out. Minecraft Bedrock Edition at 1080p on the medium settings got an average frame rate of 170 with a 1% low of 39. This isn't really a graphics card test though. The CPU was actually the limiting factor here by a significant amount. The graphics card was only around 30% usage. Either way, this was at 16 chunks render distance. If I wanted, I could make the render distance a lot more, but that would just make it more CPU intensive. Minecraft Java Edition 1.20 with the complementary shaders set to the Potato preset was getting an average frame rate of around 45, which is, well, again, very impressive, being that this is, well, you've heard it from me too many times already. Either way, that is very nice. It is actually playable, which is far exceeding my expectations here. With the settings I normally use on complementary shaders, it kind of walks, it gets around 15 to 20 frames per second, but on the potato settings, it still looks really nice and, yeah, about 40 to 45 frames per second. Portal ran, well actually it's pretty clear how it ran. It's a very old game, it's very easy to run, so with all that stuff combined with this graphics card being actually not that big of a potato, we've got 177 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 112. In other words, it is amazing. Rocket League at 1080p on very high settings ran very good. It was getting 93 frames per second on average and it had a... Just for fun, I'm going to see if I can add a transition in here. It is amazing. Rocket League... I wonder... Transition, let's make it 0.3 of a second. Amazing. Rocket League, it is amazing. Rocket League, it is amazing. Rocket League at 1080p per second. Portal ran, well actually it's, in other words, it is amazing. Rocket League at 1080p on amazing. Rocket League at 1080p. What do you think of that transition?
What now?
I added a weird transition into here between clips. Is amazing. Rocket League at 10 amazing. Amazing. Rocket League. Seems weird. I don't know. Does it fit? I don't ever use
The ripple effect. I feel
never
like
use-
it's a little corny. I can't lie.
I'll just leave it. There's like a bang noise in the game, and I'll just leave the ripple effect.
I would
Why
have
not?
cried laughing if I saw that in like a video.
Perfect, let's leave it. So, with all that stuff combined with this graphics card being actually not that big of a potato, we've got 177 frames per second on average with a 1% low of 112. In other words, it is amazing. Rocket League at 1080p on very high settings ran very good. It was getting 93 frames per second on average and it had a 1% low of 40. Overall, that is as well a very good result, especially because it's the very high settings. Yes, very high. Not low, not medium, not high. It's very high. So not bad at all, especially since the game is actually looking good. This is normally conclusion time, but I don't know what kind of conclusion to get. I mean, 1 GB of VRAM is absolutely not enough for any new game, but for older games it's enough. These graphics cards are selling for about $25 on eBay, which seems like a lot, but I can't really find anything that is exactly cheaper that performs better. But I'm sure there is actually cheaper things that perform better. I just don't know what they are. So, I recommend doing your research before buying this if you're going to be buying this graphics card, because $25 for it seems like quite a bit. Being that I got a GTX 980 Ti for $60. Either way, yeah, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it was somewhat informative, and I'll see you again next time. Alright, I think that's good. I think so. Let's see. Boom. So, is the AMD HD 7850 good in 2024? I'll say 2024 since it's technically almost 2024 already. Why not? 30,000 kilobits per second, that's more than enough.
For the performance it gets.
Visit G2A.com, your #1 holiday shopping spot to find the
He's crazy. No, you are crazy. I'm tasing you. All right, let's go. It's really intensive. 90% of. It's already at 60 now. See, you didn't want to drop with me. Now you die, people. Come on.
70, 80. Yep. You're tired?
Yes.
Oh, why are you tired? They died.
Oh,
Wake
no.
up. Oh well. That's alright.
Let's go.
You don't want to go to bed for a while.
Why am I losing hunger bars, but I'm not even doing anything?
I don't know.
49 US dollars. Completely awful, and it's a very low resolution right now, but yeah, this GPU clearly can't handle this game. Let's go. Bobby's there. Come on. Oh, we killed Bob's friends. I didn't want to kill them. Bob, get over here. Where are you going? Get your freaking pistol out, please. Pistol. X. Far from it, of course. Oh boy. But it is okay-ish. I would never buy this game with a GPU like this, though. Spending 70 euros on a game with a 10-year-old GPU in your system doesn't really seem like a good idea, does it? Oh boy. What the hell just happened? What am I doing? I don't know.
Okay, that is very weird. So, wait, it does. In 1 GB.
What the hell?
Ah, okay. They have 1 GB and 2 GB models, and I have the 1 GB model. That's
Let's
why
go. Almost
mine is performing so much worse than his.
with a GPU like this, though. Spending 70 euros on a game with a 10. Come on, no. Oh, come on, get out of the point. Get out of the point. Get out. Ah, what am I doing? I don't know. Where is my healing? Today, I am surprised I'm not hitting things. Oh yes, perfect. That, but for such an old GPU, 60 FPS almost on average is very impressive in a pretty decent even on the lowest settings here. Textures could be a little bit better, but they're only a config. Interesting. They're pretty nice to benchmark this game with. You just hop onto it and you see the entire map almost. I'm just gonna throw my ultimate so we can see worst case scenario now with big explosions and stuff. Instantly dropping into the 60s and now into the 40s. So this is basically worst case scenario. It's gonna drop into the 40s. It's gonna be pretty inconsistent, but it's a playable experience nonetheless. I could definitely enjoy this, guys.
I have a question.
Sure, what is it?
What can you do with rotten flesh besides feed it to dogs
Eat it.
and get poisoned?
Trade it with, what is it, a clerk, I think? You can trade it with one of the villagers. You can fill up a whole bunch of chests with rotten flesh and waste wood doing so in the process. You say you have the most rotten flesh out of anyone in Minecraft?
There's definitely always going to be someone with more.
You can smell it. What else? Rotten flesh. Let's see. You can throw it in a pit of fire and pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You can blow it up with TNT.
All right. Thanks for the suggestions. I think I'll manage.
The most useful would be trading it with villagers for emeralds. That's the best thing you could do with it.
Yeah, probably.
Hello guys, Chris here and welcome back to another Sunday.
I'm just gonna watch this intro here. I am very curious to see if he mentions a 1 GB graphics card here, because I seem to have a 1 GB version, even though that doesn't seem to be a thing. But it does. I don't understand.
Hey, video in this one, my friends, we're gonna be playing some games on the PS4 GPU. And well, this is not really the actual graphics card that's inside of the PlayStation 4, of course, but it's the most similar one in specs. So the HD 7850 is based on the GCN architecture. It has 1024 shading units, 64 TMUs, 32 ROPs, and 2 GB of GDDR5 running on a 256-bit memory bus. These are actually lower in specs than what's inside of the PS4, but then this actually runs a little bit faster on the clock speed, so it makes up the difference, basically. This version right here is the...
So he has 2 GB of VRAM. Why do I have 1 GB? 70... Okay. 2 GB, okay, 2 GB, 2 GB, 2 GB, all of them for sale is 2 GB. Okay, what about 1 GB? Oh no, that is a thing.
Can you help us up on it?
This is the weirdest ad. Okay. Let's see. Forza Horizon, PUBG, Fortnite. Sure. How does Fortnite run? Okay, sure. Apex Legends. I don't know why it only has 1 GB, but whatever. Still exporting, that's fine. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should just send off the stream for now, since I'm not video editing anymore. I might as well, since there's no one here. Now, if you enjoyed... What was that?
I thought you were talking to me.
I don't know if I'm talking to you or who I'm talking to. I guess I am talking to you because there's nobody else watching the live stream. And nobody else watching the live stream. How's your day going? Good to hear your
I'm
day's going
streaming. My day's going so good.
Shum. So good and tired. So good and tired.
I think I'm gonna go get food or something.
Alright, well, you do that. I'll end off the live stream. Does that sound good?
No. Never
Oh.
end it.
I might as well because I figure I could watch YouTube, but the thing is, I don't think I can watch YouTube while streaming someone's video. I don't know. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
how that
that's
works.
definitely some copyright. Okay, bye guys.
Well, it
Think I
depends.
watch YouTube.
If it's not, I don't know. I have no idea. Alright.
I don't
Yeah,
think
leave a like if you want, everybody, or subscribe, or... Actually, don't subscribe, this is a boring video. Yeah, thanks for watching.
No,
Bye.
subscribe. This is the best video you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, he's right, it is the best video you've ever seen. Subscribe. This is a podcast, listen to it in the background, right?
Well, you go on a road trip.
Yeah, when you drive from here to Alaska in the middle of winter in your Miata, put this on in the background. And it's even better if you download it, so when you're waiting for the tow truck to come and recover you from being stuck in the snow, you can just listen to this and feel nice and cozy from listening to a Californian sitting in an 80-degree room. 76 degrees right now, actually.
Then
The
George
heat
is sitting in a 60-degree room.
Yeah, he likes cold rooms, I like hot rooms. Yeah, it's 76.7 in here.
He likes ovens. I like normal rooms.
Yeah. I don't like normal rooms, they're too cold. Alright, have a good night. I'll see you next time. Ending stream now. Woo!
Sound effects.